Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Pillow Talk with the T. This is your girl, Kwamia, aka, for those who don't know how to pronounce my name, you could call me Q, Qua, or Queen. Tonight, on this amazing episode, we have the topic is befriending an ex, and when is that okay? So I do have an amazing collaboration guest that's coming on tonight. And she is from the amazing Color Curve podcast. Hey, everybody come in. Ow. Happy Friday. We are doing a big Friday. Today is Friday. The best place you could be is in your house, on your gadget, on your device, and looking at Pillow Talk with the T podcast with collaboration Color Curve podcast. So I'm going to bring her in. Let's go. So tonight, I want you guys to tune in, engage, and make sure you ask them questions because this is your platform too. Hey, boo.
Hey,
How you doing? You look nice.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing.
That's good. I'm so glad and so excited to be here. So first, thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. I'm so glad that you accepted my invitation.
Yes, honey. Yes, I was ready for this one.
Everybody be saying that. Yeah, I'm ready with you, Q.
Yes, yes. It's like sitting down with your girlfriends having a good kiki, okay?
Exactly, and giving each other
So,
some amazing positive tips. And
yes.
even if you don't agree, it's okay with that. It's just
Fine.
all love.
And it's healthy. That's completely fine.
It really is. So tonight, this topic, befriending an ex, and when is that okay?
That's a question for questions, okay?
So I could start with me because everyone knows I don't befriend an ex. I
Okay.
I can say I befriend one ex that was my first love years
Mm-hmm.
ago. God rest his soul. He's no longer alive. Um, However, I'm still connected to him through his family.
Okay.
Other than that, but past that, I don't befriend exes. Hey, I don't befriend exes.
I get it.
I really don't. And I personally feel like it's so much that comes with befriending an ex in regards of you just getting out of a relationship and you want to be friends with your ex. I feel like everybody come in your life for a reason, season, and lifetime. And
Right.
I feel like once that season is over, what's the point of holding on or extending anything if it doesn't need to be extended?
Amen.
Um, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, because of the fact is, well, I could befriend him or be friends with him due to the fact of this, due to the fact of that." But it's like at the same time, give yourself time to heal because I did a lot of research on this topic because I really want to
Hmm.
see because hear a lot of people say they do have be friends with their ex, and it's
Right.
cool. Whatever works for you, cool, but it doesn't work for me. And also, so I did me doing with the research a little bit because I'm like, okay, is this really healthy?
Hmm.
For one, um, so they say befriending your ex is about developing a new relationship. Befriending your ex-spouse is about forming a new and positive relationship that is different from the one you had as either a married couple or a non-married couple. It's starting over, making a conscious, mindful, and deliberate effort to let go of the past hurt, wounds, and beliefs. See, that right there is what make me gag.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
Hmm.
easier said than to be done.
Facts. Facts.
Because they saying to let go a lot of past hurt, wounds,
Hmm.
and also beliefs. So
Right.
basically, I'm thinking you will have to give each other time and space before you even could become friends.
Exactly.
You will have to end up just separating yourself completely.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
right.
know, I know these comments is going off.
And it depends on too, like, where did the relationship go wrong? You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna play a big part in whether you're in my life, period, let alone as a friend. Where did things go wrong in the relationship?
Exactly. And you see what Kendra said? She said, I tried, but we kept having sex and getting back together. And that's one thing I researched is the fact of, I did a pros and cons list, girl, because let me tell you something.
Okay, let's get into this pros and cons.
Yes, I'm about to get into the
Well,
pros
look,
and
before you
cons
get into it, let me
list.
ask you this. Do you have more pros or more cons on that list?
Let me see. Because, you know, it is a back and front, right? It looks like there's actually more cons.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised. So let's work with the pros. You know what I'm saying? Before we shoot them, let's just,
Okay.
butter them up.
Okay.
So they said pros. A pro of basically befriending an ex, the one is figuring out why it ended. So basically you have the ability and a chance, since the y'all friends still connected, still are together around each other, you have that option to be able to find out why it ended. And
That's
also
true.
to get closure. Because a lot of people
Yeah.
don't get closure.
Right. But do you need to be friends to get that information? Like, do you really need to be friends to figure out what went wrong?
I don't think you need to, but nowadays with people nowadays, I'm gonna use grown man logic to, shout out to my family.
Yes.
Motherfuckers not accountable.
There
They
you
are not
go.
accountable. They are not willing to be.
Very true.
So it's like nowadays, instead of me saying it from my mouth, let me go Google it and then end up sitting there and saying, oh, this is what Google said. So now you definitely got to believe it since you don't want to believe it from
Right.
me.
Right. Right. Because Google said.
Exactly, because you'll believe Google before you believe me.
Right.
So if Google gonna make your ass accountable, then I'm gonna
The
see you.
hey.
I'm gonna see you this article.
Right. Take a read. If that's what you need, take a read. Okay.
Exactly. But see, my thing is, I don't think I need for that person to be close to me for me to sit there and find out why it ended.
Right.
Not of that breaking up or ending the relationship, it does come in stages.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that. And I also feel like one of the stages, Kendra might get me, but one of the stages is basically pointing the fingers at him, which we do. We human.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
point the finger at the person, and then we sit there after we point and point and point. See, now, what I do agree with her is the fact that some people don't stop pointing,
Mm.
and
So true.
they don't look at themselves.
So
So
true.
you gonna point, you gonna blame him, you gonna say what he did or what she did, but then after
Right.
you move from that first stage, then now it's time to start looking at yourself and start saying, what the fuck I didn't do? What did I
Exactly.
what I did
Exactly.
yeah,
Yep.
what did I did do that probably wasn't as well as, maybe it was his language that for him to understand.
Yep.
So it's just different things.
It
So
is. And if you don't ever take the time to look within yourself to figure out what went wrong, chances are you're gonna have a whole lot of failed relationships until you do. Because
exactly.
you're gonna repeat the same behavior. And
That's
what they
true.
tell you, when you do something over and over again, expecting a different result,
It ain't it ain't happening.
you know what I mean? So you got to, in order for you to finally get to that point where you can be like, okay, I want this one to be healthy, you got to check yourself.
Hmm. That's so true. And my thing is, like I said, I don't think we need that. And like even Kendra said, she's like, listen, article, throw that article in the trash. She's like, fuck them articles.
Yes, because they already starting off on the wrong foot, okay? They already starting off on the wrong foot.
Oh, trust me, Kendra. She said, What happened when y'all get in a new relationship? Oh, I'm going there. You know I'm
That's
going
a
there, right?
whole nother story.
Exactly. But you know I'm going there. Listen, I made sure
Got
I didn't
to.
leave no stone unturned.
There we go. We're gonna be thorough, okay? We're gonna be
Yes,
thorough.
exactly. And they say the second one, they say this person knows you better than most. He or she gets you, which is true.
That is true.
But you should have got me better when we was together.
You should have got me enough to figure out we was going down the wrong road so we could have fixed it. And apparently we didn't, and we're here. So hey,
Exactly.
but there is some truth to that though, because you're gonna open up a little bit more to that person than you would the average person. But that also kind of plays a hindrance too, because now we are my friend. So
Yeah.
if you're my friend, like we're going into a whole different space now.
Hmm.
So even though you know me better than the average person, am I even gonna still be giving you that same person that you got when we was in a relationship? Because now I'm friend zoning you.
That's true.
So
That's
you might not like the friend Tori like you did the girlfriend Tori.
true indeed. True indeed. And
Because now I ain't gotta answer the phone.
me,
I ain't gotta respond to your text messages.
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm the block queen.
See?
I'm blocking you on all social media. I'm blocking you on my cell phone. Cause
Right.
I'm not wasting my time and efforts to change my damn number. Ain't happening. Why I gotta do
Not
everything?
happening.
No, that's too much.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Mm-mm.
blocking. And
Yep.
I'm sitting there letting my friends know that really my friends listen, we no longer together. So we no longer together, y'all no longer together friends either.
Dale, get out of here. Talk about I got multiple personalities. We all got multiple personalities. It
Exactly.
just depends on how you approach me or which one you gonna get today.
Which one you want?
Which one you want?
He said, what you say sound about right, ex-wife. I can't. So then another one said a new opportunity, he might try to win you back. Of course.
And that's what the new man will fear.
And that's what we gonna get there too in regards to
Hmm.
that, because even Kendra hit it where it says in regards to he okay, we ain't get there yet. Damn, I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there.
But you know what? But him trying to get you back could be very unhealthy mentally,
Yeah,
depending on where it went wrong. Which is why, like you said in the opening, sometimes you have to let people go. You have to let that season and that chapter be where it is and stay where it is. Because if you try to take him on to that next chapter with you, then he starts trying to get in your head and get back with you. That could really mess you up. That could mess up the growth that you gain from the breakup. You know what I mean? That could mess you up with the place that you are at this point. It could drag you back to the darkness that you experienced when you was in that relationship. So that could be a scary thing.
absolutely. I definitely agree. And then not only that, but also because he knows so much about you and know your likes and dislikes, because maybe in a relationship he may not pay attention to it or pretend like
Hmm.
no,
Hmm.
but now he's trying to win you back. He can manipulate you with those things about you just to say, okay, damn, maybe he paid attention, maybe he changed, but
Right.
no, because then you got to think about it. Like it takes at least 60 days to create a habit. So
Mm.
if we less than 60 days and now you trying to get me back and we ain't even had time, then it's like, what are you really doing?
Right. Exactly. What are you really doing?
Exactly. So
So
the
you
next
gotta
one,
be careful.
and you absolutely do. And the
But
next,
look, that's why I cute. That's why we say ain't no friends around here, bitch. We done? Everything is done. It's shut down. You will not get the chance to play with my head, okay?
yeah, exactly. And look, let me fix my crown podcast say shit be toxic. It does. Like
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, if you have the ability to get out, why not take the ability to get out? Because
Why
at
not?
the end of the day, if it's meant to be, it will be. But sometimes you have
Hmm.
to just release each other, then to grow separately, individually, and then come back together. But me
Right.
trying to actually befriend my ex, that's not happening. I can't do it. There's no way.
Hmm.
And the next
Yeah.
one say show your so the next one say it shows your maturity. They can actually help you move on. I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Well, okay. That could be true. Because if they were so much of a bad person,
Hmm.
and you sit back and you be like, yo, I am not going back that way. I refuse to do that again. That actually can help you move on. Maybe, but maybe not the friendship part. Maybe him just staying around and you kind of just seeing that you don't like how he moving.
Exactly.
But the friendship part, I don't understand how he. Nah, you gonna help me move on as my friend? Not Negro, please. Absolutely not.
Exactly. Kendra said, I don't need help. And she said, why couldn't you help me? Why couldn't you help us stay together? I listen, I definitely agree. And
Exactly.
then,
Exactly.
then let me fix my crowd pocket say some people just like to settle. Oh, let's not even talk about that.
That's a serious thing. Mm-hmm.
People just end up settling because they're fear of that empty spot, that
Yep.
that sense of the sensory of being alone or by themselves.
Yep.
That's a whole nother topic.
Hmm. Exactly. That topic comes up on Mental Health Day. Okay.
Then another one of the pros is you get to see a different side. So I think we did hit on that. You get to see a
We
different
did.
person, exactly. Then the
Hmm.
other one is you'll offer he or she will offer a male or female perspective. He can provide valuable insight, or she could provide valuable insight. How the hell will my ex be able to provide valuable insight
Right.
to me moving on, and if I go get another, if I'm in decide to date somebody else, that ain't nah.
I don't need your advice, boo boo,
No.
because the advice you giving you couldn't give yourself. So I don't. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
so good off that. That's why all the signs are leading to no. Okay, all the signs are leading to leave them where they are.
Exactly. Then the last one say they can be great friends for you. How?
Listen,
Right.
I've seen I've seen people come back years later,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that'll work. But if we're talking like right after the breakup,
It's yeah. It's
no, it's not happening because
yeah.
they're going to be a distraction.
Exactly.
And for some people, it's going to be a constant reminder of a situation or a time frame in their life where failure occurred.
Mm-hmm.
So no, mm-mm.
Exactly. And that's why it says that you have to end up moving on before you end up deciding to end up revisiting that whole befriending your ex. You have to
Yeah,
take time, because oftentimes media say y'all can't be friends once y'all move on. Yeah, once you move on, you gotta have time and gap and space
yep,
and growth and elevation. It's so
yeah,
you have to do between that time.
mm-hmm.
Kendra said, she said, talk to your daddy, uncle, or cousin.
Facts though. It's plenty other dudes you can get this advice from, okay? You do not have to get it from your ex. She
Yes.
said years later after a full cutoff and just happened to reconnect organically. I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I totally agree. Maybe that was his season to come back as a friend.
Exactly. And
That's
but at
fine.
the same time, you have to also say this. Don't try to fucking force it either.
No.
Like, oh my God, it's going to be amazing that we could be friends after this whole time, but then you trying to force it and try to make it fake organically be something what it's not, because
Yep.
you know it's a possibility that it could be. No, if it happened, cool. If I see him in a supermarket and he speaks to me, I'm gonna say hello. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
But we don't need to switch numbers. We don't need to sit there and be in the supermarket in aisle three, we talking, having a long conversation. You
Nope.
can just say hi and bye. Let me go to the meat section to get my meat.
Right, exactly. Let me go get this steak I'm cooking for my new nigga, okay? But look, if you do find yourself on aisle three standing by the bread talking for a whole hour, then chances are y'all didn't resolve that whole situation. And
Yeah,
both of y'all got the hopes and the little fire in your belly burning, thinking that y'all about to get it back popping again. So that ain't even you trying to be a friend at this point.
that's true. I definitely agree 1000% on that one. There's
Mm-mm.
some,
Girl,
it's,
if I saw an X at the supermarket, I would run. Me and my car is gone, okay?
you know what? That's so funny you say that because when I do see, like, listen, and it's so funny, like, either if I'm with someone, a friend, a cousin, or family member, and they
Uh-huh.
my ex first, they be like, oh, Qua, I see such and such. I'm like, oh, I'm going this way.
There you go.
And I'm not breaking my neck to not to see him, but it's just the fact that I'm not. Like, I don't need.
Mm-mm. I'm about to break mine. I'm on the cart doing a kick push where you like run a little bit and hop on it and glide with the cart. Girl, I'm out, okay?
You want to be one of them contestants on Supermarket Sweep.
Yes, that's me, girl. I'm busting the corners, the buggy about to tilt over. I'm out.
See, I'm not going. No, I'm not doing it like that. But I am going to make my way to opposite directions. Now, we happen to, for some reason, the universe just have us just link in the supermarket. Then I'll be like, okay, here we go. All right, put your big girl panties on. Keep,
Right.
boss up. Just say hello and keep pushing.
Girl.
But see, I'm a cold bitch. I'm gonna tell you because this is what I did too. I remember I was downtown in the area where I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
This was I had an ex, but I wasn't really. I don't really care too much or really want to speak. Too much. Like I said, if they speak, cool. But I
Mm-hmm.
too fresh. It was no time. We don't need to run into each other downtown, and then we end up needing to have a little hesitating to stop it. So what
Mm-hmm.
it was, I seen him. We was coming in opposite of each other's directions, and I felt him wanting to stop. Like he wanted to stop.
Right.
Kept going. I kept going.
Exactly.
And I felt him like turned around. You can feel a person turn around like, oh,
Uh-huh.
walk all the way past me.
Yep.
And not even, like, cause what would we need to say?
Exactly. There's
Nah,
nothing to say. And trust and believe, depending on how bad it get, how bad the relationship ended, I probably won't even acknowledge I remember who you are. Oh, you look familiar. I'm
exactly.
sorry. I'm getting old. I'm so sorry I don't remember, but God bless you, baby. Martha, come get your son off aisle three. Somebody come get Martha's son. I'm not for this today. I'm not for it.
Yo, our sis must be dealing with a situation. She say he still wants me bad, so I guess her ex still want her bad.
Uh-oh, Kendra.
Girl, let me
Mm.
leave him exactly
But
where.
do you still want him back, Kendra? Are
Mm.
you fighting the feeling, Kendra?
Yeah, because I think that is the same one that she did say that they tried, but all they did is end up with sex and repeating the same.
See? So something holding you, girl.
But you want
He
to
got
know?
that hold on you.
No, I don't think she want him. Of course, he wants her. The
Yeah,
reason why, of course, he's gonna always continue to want her because our sister is valuable. She's priceless. She's a fucking gem, and he knows that. And of
yeah,
course, he's not going to. So what he's going to do for now on, since he know how valuable she is, he's going to always try to find somebody that's kind of like sort of near close to her. Listen, you can't duplicate it, baby. It's unduplicatable.
that's right.
It's only
That's
one
right.
camera.
Girl, Kendra hit us with the know what about 5 exclamation points.
Look, she said the ex always want to come back. You welcome, boo. Listen, I always ride for my sisters. Trust me.
That's
So
right.
let's hit these cons.
Okay. Because they all sound like cons to me, but okay. let's see. Let's see what they finally come to terms with.
Listen, so the first con said exes are exes for a reason. Absolutely.
And that sums up the show. All right, everybody.
And that's the wrap. Good night, ladies.
That's a wrap. But that's facts, though. They are. Remember why they are an ex. Okay, remember.
Exactly.
Yes, Kendra Khan's part two. Exactly.
Second one is the past can get in the way. Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely all day.
Yep.
All and I think this is where when Kendra hit the relationship. So I think this was in the one. Because we know that's definitely a con because he's gonna be a fucking hater. So, so and then another one is intimacy. Of course, you're gonna always fall back on the dick. He's gonna always slide in the box. You're gonna always, and it's not gonna help you.
Right. It's not.
It's not
It's
gonna
not.
help at all.
Because if you let that time, heal the wounds, when he come back, your box ain't even gonna want him no more.
No,
Like you're not gonna want to.
because
Once you really get him out your system, you probably gonna be looking like, what was that? Like it's gonna be out your system.
exactly. That's what I say. And then when normally it's out your system, once between give it between 60, 90 days, that's a wrap.
I'm telling you, the worst thing is a woman that has completely ridded you out of her system. That's a cold bit, okay?
Yeah.
Like that, I'm telling you, once she got you out her system, it's a wrap, bro. You're not penetrating that wall.
Nope.
She is done. She has moved on. There is no more hold. That sister is done,
It's
okay?
finito.
And then she gonna look like me running through a supermarket when she see you because she refused to let that demon hop on her back again. Okay, we running.
Exactly.
We running.
They said the curtains have closed, honey.
Close.
Then the next one is family fruit. Now, let me tell you something. I think my family know better, right?
Yeah.
They better know better. Because if they don't, then we need to have a discussion.
Right.
If I cut them off, you cut them off.
You gotta cut them off too. I
Mm-mm.
agree. But okay, so but what if y'all were married? Like, what if it was a married couple that gets divorced?
Don't play with me, brother. My brother in here, don't play with me. Tom, I know I don't. Yes, you do.
Because if you get divorced, there's probably children involved. There's been, so much time. Your mama probably didn't call him her son or whatever. At that point, if it's that type of relationship, do you even want your family to cut them off?
At that point, that one is kind of hard because it's like they feel like he's officially was a part of the family. Mom calling him son, brother calling him brother, cousin calling him cousin, aunt calling him nephew. And it's like,
Right.
damn. But and I'm the only one over here at the picnic, like, fuck all y'all.
Yeah, exactly. I think they should give it time just like you have to. I think there should be a period where they
I,
all have to put him on ice. And
I
then once I'm okay, then we can all be okay. You know what I mean? But whenever I'm not okay, I expect my family to put it on pause.
yeah, I definitely that's something definitely I agree to. I think
Hmm.
because also everyone's gonna have their own term and own time to end up
Yeah,
him, terminating him, Xing him out, and it's like I'm just the first, the swamp geese of the whole tribe that got to sit there and actually let him go first, and then it
right.
down to, and it's like I feel like always the parents is always the hardest.
Hmm.
The parents seem like it's like the cousins, the brothers, and the friends are they. It's not as long. It's like a little bit right behind you, but parents is like
Right.
you gonna always be my son-in-law.
Exactly. Exactly. And that could be worse for me. You could be making it worse for me because you're not giving me a chance to heal my wound. Because
Yeah,
when I come to my parents, you in the living room, like why are you eating dinner at my parents' house and I ain't even eating dinner at my parents' house? So they got to put that on ice to give that person a chance to heal. Once that person heals, if you miss that person, if you be like, yo, like Tori, I miss, such and such and such, let me determine if I'm healed enough for that person to start coming around again. But if
Yeah,
I don't get there, that can never happen. You got
exactly.
to look out for me first.
That's true. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that one.
If
But
I'm still running from you at the supermarket, you definitely can't be in my mama's house. That's
first
not
of
that's not happening.
all, I bet not be in a supermarket with a family member that's still talking to him because I'm leaving them.
Right? Now imagine that. You come from picking up something on aisle 6 and your mama standing there or your cousin standing there talking to him for an hour on the bread aisle. What you supposed to do? Just stand there and like
If
look like
I'm
no.
finished shopping, then once I'm shopping, I'm going to check out. I'm going to the car. I'm texting my mother saying, "Mom, I'm in this car. You know, if you don't come out in 2.5 seconds, you know I'm leaving. I will call you an Uber."
But you know what? You got some people, females especially, that will try to stay close with the family so that they can't feel like you replacing them. Like, I'm not gonna stop talking to your mama. I'm gonna still be friends with your cousin so that
Right.
they can feel like they're keeping their space in
Exactly.
that person's life.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree. These comments is going off. So one person said, I talked to my ex cousin. Oh, child, bye. I'll be mad at you. And we was never married. So why the hell? No,
See?
you are
Mm-mm.
violating.
Nah. We only giving this cushion for the married people, okay?
And you
That's it. That's
cousin
the only cushion.
rocking and talking. Nah, I agree with that one, sis.
Nah.
That Tori, that's different. I think it depends on time y'all was married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Time plays a big part in this.
yeah.
If we was just dating for 6 months, I don't even know who you are.
Thank you. And that's the thing with me. It's like between that 3 to 6 months, I'm sorry, I'm blank. I'm done. Like
Like,
I'm
who are you?
a female where except unless it's going to gain me my money, I'm not throwing it away. But some
Now,
text
this pays a
message
bill.
cards, I'm throwing that shit all in the garbage. I'm not even
Right.
garbage. I'm burning that shit. Like
It's done.
burn
Three,
it.
6 months?
Uh,
What?
putting everything in 1 pound, putting a little gas on, little fuel, and
You gonna set it off, okay?
we about to have a
You
barbecue.
gonna set it off, waiting to exhale, all of it combined.
Show enough. Yes, and we're gonna have
I'm with
a
you.
barbecue roast in this mug. All X material go right here, except for if
Right there. Once I deleted your conversation out my phone, I don't even know if your number is not saved in my phone. I don't know you.
true.
I don't know you.
Mm-hmm. And we got
So
was dearest Teddy say all my ex moms still. All his ex moms still love me. Oh my God, I feel sorry for that female.
yes, I feel sorry for whoever you end up with.
And then Kendra said, "I'm an asshole. If y'all invite him, I'm not coming." That's me. That's me.
Yeah, because if you invited him, you won't think about me anyway.
Yeah.
So
Me,
y'all can have him.
yeah, me and my son won't be there. Like she said, me and my kids won't be there. No, and listen, I'm dead
Mm-mm.
ass because my mom sit there and say we should having a cookout, and then my ex Teddy coming. Guess what, Teddy? You won't see me there, and so you won't
No.
expect to see
Mm-mm.
amazing luxuries to see. Oh, how she doing today? How good?
No. You
No,
won't get that.
you ain't getting that chance.
Mm-mm. Now, but if the female wants him back though,
Yeah.
she about to come lay and slay, okay?
Next.
She about to show you what you missing out on. That is her moment to be like Miss USA. She is gonna parade and sashay in that place,
Yeah.
okay? And she is gonna make you wonder what the heck was I thinking
Y'all, she
when
put
I messed this
next
up.
high heel shoes, honey.
Yes.
So off the top, say your family shouldn't do that. No, family shouldn't do that, but it happens, especially if you married. It does happen because just like we said, people has their own therapy to release other people, especially if you was married to them. So I definitely get that part. But just the fact
Yeah.
my ass just won't be around when they come around.
Won't be there.
When you release them.
Exactly. Let me know.
Then Teddy said, I think it also depends on what happened now. They were verbally or physically abusive then. Absolutely. If they
Oh,
verbally or physically, the family is definitely cutting them off. That's like, you better pray and hope the reason why you still alive is due to the fact that we had a seed together.
thank you. I was just gonna say, you better hope that the family ain't reaching out to find out where you at so they
Yeah,
can come holler at you. That's what you better hope. Don't be thinking about breaking no bread. Be thinking about somebody breaking your jaw.
exactly. 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 So let me see. Nah, it be the family. Oh hell nah. Me and her just became good friends. My ex family silly be hitting me up. Oh, my ex family silly be hitting me up, and I be like, nah. Oh, this is let me fix my crown. Oh, I know that's right. Why do she not know that you don't want to talk? Like,
They must know that she was probably one of the best things that happened to that brother.
yeah. And then you know what? And the family also recognize that too, and they don't want to let her go. Like they
Exactly.
probably telling him like you's a fool, like you a
Exactly. Yeah. He probably getting involved with stuff he shouldn't be getting involved with. They probably knew that she was wifey material, mother material, all of that, and they trying to get him to see it. But if that ain't what she want to be, then she gonna be that for somebody else, son.
absolutely. And your poison said like we almost fought together. She had my back. It's all good and all, but it's just the fact that I'm not befriending my cousin's ex. I'm not.
Nah.
She said, nah, we had years under the belt. A year for their family still reaching out to you.
Hmm.
Get it, girl. Vision said, I was married and I didn't talk to my ex-husband, Pete, because once we got divorced, they all became strangers, and I'm good with that. Period.
That's fine. Look, that's even better. That's even better. That's the less fake conversations you gotta have asking somebody how they been. You ain't gotta have those conversations. You ain't gotta have those awkward moments. So let them.
Exactly.
Let them.
Let me fix my crown podcast say my ex mom loves me. We said it when she said the other comment and
Yep.
always referred to me as her daughter-in-law. The family is toxic. It's toxic as fuck. Damn.
You dodged the bullet, sis.
Girl, you took the words out my damn mouth.
You dodged a bullet, okay? You dodged a
Let me
bullet.
get
Don't
your
let
stand.
that mother try to drag you back into that foolishness, girl. If you see her in the supermarket, you run from her too, okay?
Let me get you a standing ovation. Cause girl, you would have been in all
Mhm.
that mess.
Yes, you dodged a bullet.
You Teddy said, I think I need to clarify the ex mother's comment. Let me bring Teddy on. Let's bring Teddy on. Let's
Okay.
For he could clear it up. For he could clear it up. You know, we want to
I
always
I
give
want to hear this one.
yeah opportunity to clear it up.
What's going
Uh-oh.
on?
Teddy, clear
Okay,
it up.
man. All right, so let me clear that up real quick. So it's not that I want their daughters at all. I'm done with them.
Gotcha.
It's the fact that they still try to hit me up talking about, I wish that would have happened. You was one of the best things happened to my daughter and all of that type of stuff or whatever. I'm like, well, had she not been a jackass, we probably still would have been chilling.
So
So it
basically,
wasn't a thing where
for her.
basically, yeah. So it was one of them things where like I didn't treat her bad, and I'm not going to say that I was perfect. I'm by no means will I ever say that I was a perfect man. But a lot of the things that did happen, it was a joint effort that we didn't last. But a lot of times the
Okay.
moms be like, I still think you my son-in-law. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not your son-in-law no more. I'm not nothing to you. I'm just some guy that your daughter used to be with. That's it. I'm not. I'm nothing. So
But she really
how
took
you
a
doing?
liking to you, apparently.
Yeah, because believe it or not, like when I'm with somebody and I get close to their mom, I treat their mother like they're my mom.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? I
Yeah.
treat them like they're my spouse's or my girlfriend's mother. So
Right.
how else am I supposed to treat her but with motherly respect?
Yeah.
So then when you get close to them and then things don't work out between them, they crying, talking about, oh, what happened? I'm like, you know, your daughter ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know that.
And that's
You know
another
your
thing
daughter.
too. I was gonna say, if they know that the daughter can do better, if they know that she's at a place in her life where she probably did not appreciate you, they saw her not appreciating you, and they know that she deserves to be better for herself first, they're gonna
Exactly.
always
Yeah.
keep you in that phone. Like when she get there, boy, we want to have you back. How long has it been between the breakup and them still reaching out?
Oh man. Well, I've been married twice. Now,
Okay.
with my first ex-wife, I know this always sounds weird when I say that, but with my first ex-wife, it's been 17 years.
Oh
Oh
wow.
And
wow.
her mother, every time she still sees me, she say, "You know, you still my son-in-law. Your daughter's married to another man. Can you not say that?
Oh my God.
Don't say that. That's disrespect." And I like him because me, believe it or not, me and her are actually really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
met him. Me and him are cool because
Okay.
I feel like this. Good people are good people,
Yeah.
regardless of how y'all ended up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, you give it some time, but you don't throw away somebody who you actually had a friendship with. Like I said, unless they were verbally or physically abusive in that type of way. But if
Right.
y'all just was assholes when you were together, you can get over being an asshole, and maybe one day find yourself back to friendship. And that's
Yeah.
what me and her did. We became friends again. I met her well now husband, her then fiance. Me and him
Hmm.
hit it off like we were cool.
Okay.
So, but her mom, I swear, her mom always talking about, I still see you as my son-in-law. You need to stop that shit
Yeah.
because you're gonna have a whole lot of
And,
problems between you and
and
your daughter.
Kendra being messy, she say, she say, I think the mom like you.
That was just nasty.
But you
It
know
could
what?
be.
That can happen. That can happen.
Yeah. It could be. Has the mama ever said anything like, if I had a chance, I wouldn't have messed this
Hell
up?
no,
Did she ever say anything like that?
she would have said you still wouldn't have had a damn chance, man. You're not my type. You're not my cup of tea. I would not have drank it.
What about the other ones though? Because you said basically it was like three of them.
Yeah. So now my second wife, me and her mom are still cool. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
actually, me and my second wife are still cool. But it's not like that now. My ex girlfriend, her mother basically, and this is not to tell like a bunch of her business. That's why I never speak people's names or anything like that.
No, we don't
But
Right, right, right.
about them, but we ain't gonna
her
say that.
mom just wanted somebody there to take care of her ass and get her off her hands. So I was the
Mm.
guy. I was the guy, the caretaker. And
Yep.
then when I realized that she was batshit crazy and two levels short of a 13th, 14th floor, I got the hell out of
Good for you.
it.
Good
You
for
know.
you.
Thank you that you recognize that because some people will ignore that. They would have
Yeah.
Yeah.
ignored that and be like,
Yep.
I can fix her, all this other stuff. Like, nah, you can't fix it.
Hmm.
Wasn't made.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it even got to the point to where, like you were saying, I'm sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure what your name is. I apologize. But
Tori.
yeah, Tori, how you doing?
Good.
So,
How are
like you
you?
were saying, um, as far as you were saying something earlier. I swear I'm old, so a lot of times stuff slips my mind.
Okay. We said a lot of stuff earlier.
You know, no, but I mean, basically, it was a thing where she reached out to me, but like you said, if I deleted your number from my
Yeah.
phone, I
Yep.
don't know who you are anymore. I don't want to
Right.
know who you are. And
Mm-mm.
see, I very, very rarely delete people's numbers from my phone.
Yeah.
I deleted her number. I deleted her email address. I don't want to know if she got a carrier pigeon. I don't want to know a damn
Dang.
thing that's happening
Okay,
with
you
her. I
got
don't
me
know.
on that one, Teddy. I ain't
Yeah,
never deleted no email address. You was done.
Yeah.
I deleted. Look, if she had American Express, I rerouted that shit. Get away from. I ain't want nothing to do
This
with you.
is the
Stay
epitome
away.
of without a trace, okay? There will
Without
be
a
no
trace.
traces.
Look, if I could have, I would disappear off the face of the earth. But she always find me. She literally
Wow.
texted me today.
Wow.
Talking about my mom and my grandmother asked about you. Tell them stop it. Tell them stop
Wow.
Yeah.
it. Just
Nah.
tell them
And
stop.
if she texts you saying her people asking about you, that was just a reason to text you.
Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
saying they're not saying that they weren't, but that
Hmm.
was a reason for her to reach out versus her saying, I'm thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
you're married right now, right?
for me, no, I'm not married.
Oh, see, does she know that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody knows that
Oh
I'm,
yeah. Oh
but
yeah. She was shooting her shot, Teddy. That's what that was.
well, I block the hell out of that, and I shoot back, but a real gun. Stay away from me.
So Kendra said, "I don't delete numbers. I'm nosy. I gotta know who calling, so I'm not to answer." See, but see, that's the thing. When y'all see, this is the thing what you have to do, y'all. Before you delete it, block it, then delete it. Don't just delete.
Look, Kendra is a whole nother type of woman, okay?
My sister, she just be.
Kendra is in her own lane with her own rules, okay? So listen, y'all, do not listen to Kendra. These rules only work for Kendra. Y'all try to follow Kendra's manual and y'all world is gonna be effed up, okay? Y'all gonna be so upside down. Y'all be like, what happened? Kendra is what happened. Kendra Samuels. Do not listen to her.
Oh my God.
Kendra, I'm gonna say I love you as a sister, but I cannot follow your rules because there's too many people. I got to keep the hell away from me. I got I got that fool that texted me today. I even have a page on TikTok where I'm telling the story of a girl that well, currently is still stalking me.
What?
Still dealing with the foolishness. Still dealing with it.
A stalker. Okay, so how long were y'all together?
We actually were together when we were kids at 19. I was 19 and she was 17. We lived
Okay.
together for like 2 or 3 years. Of course, it didn't work because we were children.
Right.
So fast forward years later, she reconnected with me on Facebook. We're both in our 40s at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not the same person at 40. I was 46 at the time. I'm not the same person at 46 that I was at 19.
Exactly.
So, but apparently she remembered that guy. See,
Mm.
that guy was the Cyrano de Bergerac, the poetry reading. This guy's a whole asshole.
I'm not the asshole, Teddy.
100% whole ass. The thing is, I'm respectful till you get me to the point to where I don't need to be no more.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know.
Yeah.
And see,
Well,
once you take me to that point,
you aware of it, because some people
yeah.
be.
That's so true.
Well, see, the thing about it is, I know, and I know not to put myself in situations where the asshole has to come out. But sometimes
Mm-hmm.
if you corner me, yeah, that nigga gonna show up. So stop playing with me.
Yeah.
But she played with me. Later on, because we got into a whole situation. Well, it was like you said, a sexuation.
Mm-hmm.
We got into one of
Mm-hmm.
those. She wanted more. I said no. This happened one night, one day. My brother went to work. Me and my brother lived together at that time. My brother
Mm-hmm.
went to work. Well, I thought he went to work. I'm coming down the steps. I'm like, shit, man, this nigga done took off again. I thought I was gonna have a house to myself. And as I'm walking down the steps, I get a text message from my brother saying, "Hey, bro, can you turn my TV off? I forgot to turn it off before I went to work." Okay, who the fuck's in my kitchen cooking? It was her. She broke in my house.
What?
I'm done.
Broke in my house and cooked breakfast.
And cook breakfast. Okay, this is
This
when
nigga in
shooting
there.
your shot goes wrong. You
Yeah.
shooting your shot by breaking people's houses and you gonna get shot. Like this is
She
where
did.
it goes. What did you do? What did you say?
I walked downstairs. And my first initial, now I'm not going to hit nobody. I'm not going to hit no woman, regardless of anything, unless she put my life in danger. I'm
Yeah.
not
Right.
going to put my hands on you. So I got to the kitchen. I see her, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing in my house?" She's like, "I was cooking breakfast. What is there a problem?" Now she's standing by the knives, so ain't no goddamn problem right now. We good as motherfuckers. Matter of fact, these pancakes about to taste wonderful because I ain't getting cut for this shit.
What
But,
in the world?
but I actually didn't eat any of the food. I actually sat down and I
You can't.
talked to her.
It could have been poison.
I didn't eat shit. I sat down at the table and all my shit, my gun was upstairs. Every weapon that I had was because ain't no point in me coming down. Why am I coming downstairs with a gun with my brother? At least that's what
Exactly.
I thought.
Exactly.
So finally she came to her senses and she said, "So you think you can just do whatever you want to anybody and it's gonna be okay? You can just walk away?" I said, "That's exactly what the fuck I think I can do. I can walk away from anything I want. I
Yeah.
don't owe you shit." So then she said, "Okay, well." just understand this, baby. You'll see me again. And then she walked out, and with that shit, that's when I got a peace order on her. You think that
Oh,
worked?
I listen, I don't condone violence. I don't condone a man putting his hands on a woman. But if you would have drugged her ass out the house that day, I probably would have gave you a pass, okay? Because now you break me in my house and you go threaten me and you use my ingredients. Like you came in,
Yeah.
you I gotta go back to Kroger tonight and get groceries because you came in here fraudulently
Yeah.
cooking.
exactly.
And see, I get the Kodiak cakes. Them things is not cheap. I'm picking up my damn Kodiak cakes and shit, man. I ain't even eat them. I threw all of it away. But it was just like
Wow.
it's just that it's those type of people. Like now, as far as her mom, I never got a chance to meet her mom. Her mom passed away, but I did meet her grandmother.
Hmm.
And when me and her broke up, her grandmother was calling to be like, "Hey, what happened between you and her? Like, I thought y'all were gonna make it." And I'm like, "We were chill. We were kids. How you thought we was gonna make it to the next day, the
Grandma was
next month?"
trying to grandma was trying to get out of this because grandma was probably seeing all the mental illness that was happening with her and was hoping that you
Mhm.
was gonna help this chick be sane and far away from grandma. So
Or
when
Now, see,
things didn't
that's
go
the thing.
good,
it could also be the fact that sometimes some family members don't really know that true person. That
Yeah,
that's true.
that true
yeah,
person comes out when they dating somebody, and it's like then when they come around their family, it was like, yo, you don't know that your child is really like psycho crazy, and it's like you
Yeah,
yeah.
show them a different side.
yeah.
Because I
Because
told her
that's
that she was
definitely
physically
psychotic.
abusive. Because she used to be physically abusive. And
Oh yeah,
see, the thing is, like I said, I've never hit a woman in my life. I'm
hmm
not going to start at any
right.
point in my life.
Yeah.
But she actually, I had a cut, a little mark right here on my eye where you know those old glasses that our parents used to have had the square bottom and a
Yeah.
round top, and it
Yep,
was about that
yep,
thick. She
yep.
threw one that hit me right in my eye with it. Had a big
Oh,
cut right on my eye one day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So getting away from her was crucial. But that was when we were younger. So I'm thinking as time went on, as years go on, she can't be the same fool that she was back then.
Hmm.
Yes, the hell she was. No, she was an older fool. That's all she
and
was. She's
they're
still a
probably
fool,
the
just
worst
older.
ones.
She never went to go get
Yeah,
for it, and just like let me fix my crown media podcast say in regards to people, yeah, mental illness is serious and real, but also you got to realize that people with the mental illness don't think they have mental illness either.
Right.
You
exactly.
know, so it's
Exactly.
like how can you, it's like you're tussling, you're fighting, because even God rest my sister's soul and love you, Atia, but she didn't never believe she had it, you know what I'm saying? So it was always a fight, it was always a battle, it was always a tussle,
Yeah,
a war, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like what the hell you gonna do? And it's,
yeah,
Mhm.
she never got help, so from being a 19-year-old psychopath, now you a 40-something-year-old psychopath.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So now I have to get peace orders and all of this type of stuff. She had at one point she slashed it. She didn't slash my tires, but she was scratching up my car and
Oh my gosh.
writing. She actually wrote her name in the bumper of my car.
Mm.
And but one day she caught the surprise of a lifetime. Now,
Uh-oh.
okay, so this is the part. And I'm going to share this part on TikTok too, but I'm going to make this an exclusive for you guys today. So one day I'm in the house and my brother comes walking through the door. My brother's so damn nonchalant. Everything to him is just whatever. He walked in the door. He said, "Yeah, you might want to get outside, bro." I said, "Is she out there fucking with my car again?" He said, "Nah, her and Shorty out there fighting." I said, "Who?" He said, "The other girl that keep fucking with you." So
What in the world?
Those two
yeah,
psychos
so
outside fighting.
So the two
yeah,
psychos are fighting each other to see who's gonna be the most psychotic one today. Who's gonna? No, I want to ruin his life. No, I want to ruin his life. Like,
yeah.
wow.
So I went outside and I saw them. They literally in front of my car, snatching and grabbing at each other. They literally look like two chimpanzees swinging each other in the tree. And I'm sitting there watching them. And all I did was walk back in the house, close the damn door, call the police. And I go back outside. The police got him or whatever. And now the one I was just talking about, she's not supposed to be around me, so she's definitely going to jail. The other one, I hadn't seen her in a minute, so I thought that whole situation was done. But apparently the two of them decided, I don't know if the other one thought she was defending my honor or whatever, but I said take both their crazy asses to jail.
What in
So
the world?
That's
I
crazy.
went into the house and me and my brother was talking. He said, yeah, so you definitely gonna have to move out of this motherfucker, right? I said, yeah. He said, so we're gonna put something together because both of us we was both getting ready to move anyway. So we both just decided like within a week of each other to move out of the house. Don't leave no information for no, just move. So now I don't feel like either one of them know where the hell I live. But anytime somebody may come to hang out with me or visit me, I always walk them to their car because I have no idea. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Wow.
so basically, yeah. So they'll get
So
them
let
like,
me
but like I
ask
said,
you
I'm gonna put
this.
that on there.
So looking back, right? If
Yeah,
looking back at these relationships, was there
yeah.
any red flags that you wish you would have caught sooner?
Mm.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. The thing is, the major red flag, and I think we've all probably dealt with this at some point. Possessiveness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With someone being possessive of you, like they own your you.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, and that's not as, and I have to tell ladies, that's not exclusive to men. There are women out here really think that they possess a man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
I,
Yeah.
yeah.
but they come off
So just
making it seem like it's some type of cute thing, like it's type of cute,
yeah,
until you really be like, what the fuck? You
Yep.
yeah,
because they come off with so very soft and cute and like it's like
Right.
and then
Hmm.
like boom, now you get hit over the head with like, okay, yeah, this is really crazy.
yeah. Like
Yep.
a glass in the face, right? Yeah. So so
And I gotta go there. Did you? It had to be the D. It had to be the D. I had to go
You
that.
know what? But you know what though? I was thinking about that because I that was my initial go-to, right? But you have
mhm,
some females that have never been treated right. And the
yeah,
first time a man makes them feel good about themselves or treats them like what we should all be receiving,
Hmm.
they
yeah,
get head over heels psychotic.
Yeah,
yeah.
So,
And
it
see,
depending on the environment that these women were in when he got with them, they could have just been in bad places too.
and the thing about it is I really only know one way how to treat a woman. Um, I I treat a woman the way that I always wanted a man to treat mine, my mom. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And the last guy that she was with, great guy, loved him to death. Learning from him how to treat a woman was where I went with how I treat my women because you have the ultimate and utmost respect, but you also demand the same kind of respect in return.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that was how I started. That's how I treated them, But it was one of the things where they'd never been with. They always say shit like, "I ain't never been with a guy like you." Like never,
Yeah.
like nobody else. That's sad to me.
Yeah. Now I heard that from women. I even heard that from men who told me that too. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn. So you ain't knew how old are you? You ain't know me like 40 years of your life. So you ain't met nobody else that treats you in the same category that I end up treating you or near or close. That's kind of really that makes me
That's scary.
you now. Like what's up with you?
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah,
go back to the mother thing because a situation kind of really made me question about the fact is that when the saying they say when God when how God treat their mothers how they treat their women.
yeah.
I end up getting a reality check with that because I'm gonna stand on it and saying I don't believe that goes for everybody, not for
It doesn't.
because I seen a guy I dealt with treat his mother like royalty, amazing. They even their own quality time day out, do every other week, all this other stuff. And
What?
yes, girl, yes,
What?
you know what I'm saying. And then me, I come from a huge family where the men in my family, supposed to take care of the women, all that other stuff. Cool. He was doing some things, but there was some things I'm like, you shorten me on because it's like now I hate to say it, but like, do you want to fuck your mother? Do you want to be date your mother? Because I'm like, you sitting there telling me, oh, like, no, I can't do this with you because I'm doing. So then you gonna do that every week? There's no
That's weird.
Yeah,
time for me.
That's
That's very
weird.
strange.
And I'm not begging you to make time for me at all. Because what you want from
No.
me is something that you gonna hurt your little heart.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm gonna
I'm
tell
all
you
for
that.
the spending time with your mama. I'm all for that. But there has to be a healthy balance here because I'm
Yeah,
your
Yeah,
future. You're trying to grow a future with me. I'm gonna be the mother to your children one day, possibly. So
yeah,
it gotta be some type of separation there. But when you start cutting off a whole lot of my time
I,
to spend time out frolicking in these streets with your mama,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah.
Mama's boy for
Because
sure.
believe it or not,
yes.
the first time I ever, and I've never ever in my life disrespected my mom, God rest her soul. But the first time I've ever had to check her was when she said something sideways about my ex-wife. Now, she
Mhm.
was right with what she said, but that's not her place.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And what she said, I can't remember the exact words that she said. But I remember I turned to my mom. I said, "Mom, respectfully, don't ever say that again, because
Yeah,
you're my mom, but that's my wife,
that's my
and I'm
wife.
gonna need
That's
you to
right.
remember that,
That's right.
That's true.
That's
regardless of
so
any problem I might have or that you may see. Remember that that's my wife."
yeah.
So that we're gonna have to have that kind of boundary in place. And believe it or not, she was upset with me initially, but then after a while, we had a conversation. Because I have a little bit of a mama boy in me too. I love my mama to death. It bothered me to have to say that, but I also
Yeah.
I had to remind her, this is what you taught me.
That's right.
When you become a husband, no one, no matter who it is allowed to disrespect your wife.
Right.
That includes you.
Yep.
So,
That's right.
so basically, yeah. So, we had the understanding, but like that whole mom, there were times when I would go hang out with my mom, but it wasn't weekly,
Yeah.
because I had a whole wife and I had a whole family. So I
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
needed to be building a relationship. And even though it did not work, I still, regardless of that, I still am happy the fact that I put in with the work that I did to
Right.
say that, I at least tried. We both tried. We both tried to
Yeah.
make it work. It didn't work. And I think that because we had that kind of respect for one another, that's how we can actually remain cool to this day. Because
Yeah.
it was never a situation of disrespect. It was just lack of communication and a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, but I
listen,
definitely had to
oh,
say something to mom.
but we still gotta get through this list of these cons, right? Like,
Yeah, but listen, the way Teddy's speaking, I think we already know his answer. Is it possible to
absolutely.
befriend the ex? No, okay? Especially not the
Okay.
crazy ones.
See the
Take them out
okay.
the phone, delete the phone numbers, the emails, any flight itinerary that you might have had attached to your computer, delete it. Delete
Yeah.
everything.
I will say this. As a majority, no. It is not okay to befriend your ex.
Thank you.
There may be a handful of special cases in your
Special.
lifetime, but as far as the ex is concerned, like you have always said, Kawhi, they are an ex for a goddamn reason.
Exactly.
Yep.
You put an X in front of their name for a reason. They gotta go.
Yep.
And
They
once they
gotta
go,
go.
and like you said, the family need to follow suit.
Yeah,
I don't want if I see their ass at your house, we're gonna have a misunderstanding next time I see you. We might
absolutely.
have some furniture moving too. So you might want to think twice about that. Absolutely.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't wait
Especially
to hear
because
what else this list got, because
Listen,
this list,
like Teddy, you welcome to stay with us if you want to. Give a man opinion. Absolutely.
well,
So
you know what?
go ahead.
I'll stay for a couple of more minutes. I got something else I got to do in a minute, but
However long you can. So the
okay.
next one is the inability to move on. So that's the con, the inability to move on, which I definitely end up agreeing. Befriending
yeah,
ex, the con of having ex being a friend, because how can you? They
yeah, I think that's the summary of it all, right there.
another
As long as your ex is your friend, you're gonna have a hard time moving on.
yeah, and it ain't gonna
Yeah,
be
because you find yourself trying not to hurt their feelings by talking about the new person that you started to like,
yeah,
because you're
Mm.
still now in a position where you're considering. I swear, everything you're saying right here has got me thinking about some stuff, because I had a hard time telling my ex-wife when I started dating somebody else. She ain't give a
Yeah.
damn. But, it was still because we were together for 10 years. It was so you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is very hard to move on when you're still connected to that person in one way, shape, or form.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. You
And then,
still considering their opinions. You still considering their emotions, their feelings. You still carrying a lot of the responsibility of being a certain person to them.
Yes, you
exactly.
do.
It's something I always be saying, like, now I thought I broke up with you, so now I gotta still fucking consider your feelings, your emotions, your mental stability, all that. Like, nah. And you
Yeah.
cop blocking right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how
You
can I
kind of
move
getting on my
on?
nerves right now. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I
So
don't
how
want to have to hide. I
about
ain't even with you no more, and I gotta hide the person I'm with now.
it?
Like
Right.
I feel like I'm cheating and shit, and we're not together.
We not even together. Exactly. You call my phone, I don't answer, and you feel like you can text me. Why you ain't answering my call? We are not together, sir.
We're not together.
Exactly.
We're not
But
together.
it's weird. I want to ask y'all that question. The question: if you've ever attempted to be friends with an ex, did you feel nervous when they called? If you was dealing with somebody, even though y'all ain't together no damn more, did you have a moment of nervousness, like, oh shit, because you're so
Yeah.
used to answering their call? When you don't answer that call, you wonder, like, oh, what did they think I'm with somebody?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
I think a
So
lot of
yeah,
that too is if there's still some feelings involved. Because
yeah,
if there's still some feelings involved, you're afraid that you're gonna push them away by saying, "Oh, I'm with such and such," or "Me and such going here, me and such going there." So if I'm 100 with you, you might leave. And so if I
yeah,
still kind of want you around, I'm not gonna be truthful.
yeah. Until you get to that day when you're like, yeah, I'm chilling with so and so. What you want?
Mm,
Now you don't want to be friends no more. That's it.
Nah,
Now,
yeah,
now
yeah.
you're getting deleted.
Or you
I can do
testing
it,
the
but
real
you can't do
friendship.
it.
That's the thing. You testing the real friendship. My thing is, if we're actually friends, then who I'm dating shouldn't be your concern if you're my friend.
not at
Yep.
all. And you
Yeah.
should
So
So
you shouldn't even be mad if I don't pick up your phone or I'm not able to pick up
yeah,
your call. And so you don't need to follow behind with a text message. I see that you call. I will get back to you as soon as I can.
exactly.
exactly. Yep. Then they
So
start visualizing you with the other person. They know
Yeah,
what that other person getting because they had it, and they feeling some type of way that you
yes,
giving it to them.
yes,
yeah.
that be the
But you
thing
know what?
right there is they know how you used to put it on them, and they're like,
Yep.
he's about to get all that. Like,
You about to get all
yeah,
that.
that would be in their mind too. They were like,
Yep.
ooh,
Yep.
You know the funny thing about it is I have a theory about that, and it kept me from actually going insane. They was doing that shit before I got them. So why am I worried about them doing it to the person after me?
That's true.
They learned it first before I was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
That's
what they're
true.
gonna get. Somebody else got it before me. So why am I worried about it? I'm good.
Cause you'll never get it again.
and that because
Oh, I'll get somebody else though.
It ain't gonna be the same.
that, like we automatically like once they got with us, we were just like we never had experiences before them, and it's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
you got to be
Oh,
safe.
no, like I've always said this.
They just
I've said it many times. I need a woman with experience, seasons, and bullet holes. Man, I need a woman who has been through some stuff.
so
I don't
not the
want no
bullet
damn
hole.
virgin.
Yo, I
No,
can't. Yo, I can't.
the bullet hole.
He said the book.
You
That's
need
the
the
bullet
battle
hole
wound.
me. The bullet hole man, and she went through the mud and the trenches, and she
Yes.
She went
did.
through it. That means
That's
when
the
she
kind
get
of
to
chick
me,
you
she
need to
is
find to help
done.
fight the mother girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When by the time she get to me, she is done with the bullshit. She just want happiness and safety.
Exactly.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
good.
That's
So
right.
she cool with me. She cool with me. Ain't nobody gonna shoot at you no more, baby. You good.
Oh God, I can't. I can't. So the next one say you feel forced to be friends with that person. Absolutely, you do. You not only do you feel forced, but just like what we talked about, now you got to feel forced to got to care about how they feel, what they think, if you hurting their feelings and all that. I ain't got time
Yep.
for that. That's why I don't befriend my friends because you're not about to weigh me down with that shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I see.
Yep.
yeah,
That's why the best breakups are probably the worst breakups.
Yeah, I say I'm not
yeah,
befriend my friends. I mean, I'm not about to befriend my exes because you're not about to hold me down. Like, Then the
yeah,
biggest one, also the next one, say jealousy. Absolutely,
yeah,
jealous. They could
yeah,
pretend like they not. They can tell you
Yep.
all day. Their mouth can say one thing, but their whole actions, body, language, the reaction to something all speaks a whole different volume and tone. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
And
mm-mm.
it can bring the worst out of that person.
Yes,
Them
Oh yeah.
having
Oh yeah.
that jealousy. Because at this
Oh yeah.
point, are you my friend and really want what's best for me? Because if you're
Mm.
jealous, you don't want what's best for me. You don't want me to move on. You
yeah,
don't want me to heal and be happy because you don't want to see me with somebody else.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That,
And believe it or not, that you have to give that time. And a lot of people, because they want to stay connected to somebody, they don't actually give themselves enough time to be able to see that person happy with another person.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
See, if you actually care about somebody, their happiness is more important than their happiness with you.
There
yeah,
you go.
It shouldn't be how happy they are with you because they weren't happy with you. That's why you're not together anymore.
yeah,
But if
Exactly.
you really care about them, their absolute happiness should be
Mm-hmm.
okay with
yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep. And
and
that's probably why it's best when you have the friendship after some time has gone, after some healing has gone. Because when you
you.
come back and you're both healed, then you can truly want what's best for that person.
that's true.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then,
And that happened.
but you got to also realize that when the whole jealousy also is like, why would you want to put yourself through that emotional trigger trauma and like so that's just like I can't like why would you do it's like you torturing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the reason why I say that you just have to just let go because if it's for something that you guys either choose or even one person chose to end it, just let it be what it is. Because don't try to
Yeah.
hold something trying to make because that's where it then becomes ugly. It turned
Yep.
into
Yeah.
now I don't like you. Now like turned into hate. Now hate turning like I can't even stand the sight of you. And it's
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
we should have just let this bin go, or you should have just
Yeah.
let the
Yeah.
balloon the screen of the balloon and just fell. Why
Let it
you
go.
fall?
Let it go.
Why
Because
you
that second breakup might be worse than the first one.
exactly
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly
That one could
Because
be
the thing is,
uglier.
because and the reason that it would probably be ugly is because you already knew the bullshit that was coming and you accepted it any goddamn way.
There you go.
You knew the shit that was coming. You prepared yourself for the shit that was coming, and you once again accepted it,
Yep.
knowing that it was probably going to hurt you even more this time because
Mm-hmm.
you in your mind tricked yourself to think that you were prepared to deal with it this time.
Mm-hmm.
There is no preparation for bullshit, and people need to understand that. There's no
that's
such thing as preparation for bullshit. There's just the
Yep.
way to move out. That's it.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and if you made it through the first breakup good, and then you have
Hmm.
the second breakup, that one can really mess with you mentally.
hmm
Because then you feel
Yeah.
like, I let you back in. I let you back in, and you
Hmm.
hurt me worse this time because my
Yeah.
expectations were lower.
Yeah.
And I still got hurt.
yeah
Yeah.
so
But
true.
also recognize this. This is the part that people will always fail to do. If you're the one that's bringing the bullshit.
Mm.
Big
Oh,
facts. That's
they
a bar.
You're the one that's
that
bringing the bullshit.
That's a bar. That's true.
absolutely
Because a lot of times we talk about all the shit and shit that they did and the worst thing and they the worst thing ever happened to them. You might be the very worst thing that ever happened in their life.
Yep.
You may have actually taken
Yep.
years off their life with your bullshit.
There
mm,
you go.
So
There you
sometimes people
go.
need to recognize when they're getting bullshit or they're the bullshit bringer.
that's so
That
true.
is so true.
Yeah.
That is so
Because I
true.
have been. I've been
And
the
a lot of
bullshit
times
bringer.
they
And I
realize
realize.
that too late.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. And then you done fucked over somebody because you don't recognize your own bullshit.
Exactly.
Or, or the fact is, the messed up thing is that they never recognize it at all, and they go into
Yeah.
the relationship with being the bullshitter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they
Until
probably end up
somebody cut
settling
their
down
ass.
with somebody that's willing to just accept anything
Yeah,
because they
Yeah.
don't want to be alone. And you kind
Yeah.
of know you don't want to be alone either. So y'all
Hmm.
settle down and then y'all end up having a toxic relationship because you
Absolutely.
haven't self reflected.
that's true.
Hmm.
That is so
Yeah.
true. Then
Hmm.
also the next con for befriending an ex is he or she might bring too much baggage back into your life of the trying to start over a new relationship.
Oh
And
yeah.
all that baggage is everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's go to
There's a bar. There's a real quick though. There's a bar that my dad shared with me a long time ago. If you gonna get brand new luggage, get rid of your old baggage.
yes.
That's right. That's
But
right.
new luggage don't belong in the same room with old baggage.
Mm-mm.
Because
Nope.
I be saying, this is my saying, is the fact is, I'm not here to do your laundry. So don't bring no extra loads of laundry because I ain't got no Tide bleach or no detergent for it. So no.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Yes.
and you only getting this much space in the closet. So you need to make sure you come clear and correct because I'm not doing that. Because if I and
That's
then
right.
the thing is that's also be so disrespectful is what people end up basically bringing the baggage to the relationship when you making sure you did the due diligence, the work, the therapy, the evaluation, the self-reflection on yourself and with you to go to the next one. But this person is so in denial, like you be like, really? And then
Yep.
when you cut them off, they feel it's hurt because it's like, oh, why can't we work? Because you still need to go see a therapist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and just I mean, you just be straight up and like you know you ain't shit, right? Right. Ain't nobody ever told you you ain't shit.
That's
Well,
gonna be
I'm
a
telling you
quick
right now.
conversation, Teddy. That conversation is gonna be over just as fast as it started. Okay, no time wasted.
But it all
Well,
depends.
why talk longer than you need to if they ain't shit?
But see,
Exactly.
but that's the conversation might not be quick or fast because it depends on who you talking to because they might take that little and take that little to heart and be like, "What do you mean I'm not shit? What are you talking
That's
about?"
why they
I'm
got
like,
that nice little button on your phone called "Hang the fuck up." Click.
There
and
you
Bye bye.
go. And if you're in the supermarket, hop on that cart and kick push.
that's
Well,
what
you
I'm definitely going to do. It. I'm definitely going to sit there and going to be right there. It's like, yeah. God. So the next one is their presence can become toxic. We just said this. We just said this. That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's
Hmm.
crazy. The
Yeah.
next day they can't create problems for a new relationship.
We
oh
are
yeah.
now listen.
We're on a
That
roll here,
also
baby.
embodies everything we just said. Because all the
Yeah.
toxicity that they bring in and a lot of the jealousy that we talked about. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You not being able to really tell them what's going on, which is making you move funny,
Yeah,
which is
Yeah.
what your new dude, because he know you ain't
Yeah.
telling them. She know you ain't telling this person what
Yeah.
was really going on with y'all. So
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
bad all the
And
way
see, the thing
around.
is, when you call yourself trying to heal from the pain that the other relationship caused and trying to be in a brand new relationship, it's
Hmm.
impossible to heal when you continue to look at what was painful.
yeah.
Yep.
And if I
Yep.
keep looking, if I keep seeing you,
Hmm.
and I know when I look at you, it's synonymous with pain in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Mm.
going to be able to give that other person the kind of chance that they need because the only thing I keep drawing pain from you. So then I don't want to hurt no more. So now I done unleashed it on them. So I
Yep.
done actually put the pain off of me and put it over there to them. They didn't
Yep.
deserve it. I don't want to bring pain back to you because I'm not a malicious person, but I also don't recognize the fact that I'm actually pushing the pain over there to them. I'm just trying to
And
release it. I just don't care how I release it. I just
how
want to
you
release
release
it.
it. Hmm.
Yeah,
I
You know?
get that. It's like salt on the wound.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or either keep picking at the scab on the wound.
And that's
Yeah.
probably worse because you
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a chance to heal and you kept picking at it.
exactly.
That's
So
it.
that's actually
That's
worse.
it. You
Yeah.
know, we just called you ex a scab, but I'm just gonna put that out there.
Hey, it is what it is, okay? That means we was able to rip the band-aids off, let the air hit it, and it is what it is.
Get your scabby ass out my life, please. Go on, man.
So,
And then the last three is if you're vulnerable, they may be too close for comfort.
Yes.
mm,
Yes.
they want to be
Yes.
that comfort.
Yeah,
And quiet as kept. Quiet as kept. Men can be vulnerable, ladies.
yeah, absolutely.
Men can be vulnerable.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I have had people take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Now, that shit can't happen no more because I'm watching your ass with the third eye. You can try that shit
Right.
if you want to.
Yeah.
I promise
Right.
you, you're gonna wake up tomorrow in somebody's pigeon coop wondering what happened.
Hmm.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
drive your ass crazy before you drive me crazy.
But that's
Trust
why.
me.
That's why when men have female friends, you have to be very careful of that, because
Oh yeah.
if they are having a vulnerable moment, please believe homegirl, if she wants that opportunity to sink her teeth into that vulnerability, she
Mm-hmm.
will. She
Mm-hmm.
will. And sometimes y'all dudes don't be seeing it. Y'all don't see it happen. Y'all
We
think it's
don't.
so innocent.
Yeah.
And y'all
We
think
don't.
there's nothing happening there. And we're like, how do you not see that?
Yeah.
But y'all ain't looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about it is I'm when I'm with somebody and I'm with them, like for real, I'm not checking to see what you're trying to do.
Right.
I'm only checking the person I'm with. The only thing I want to see is the person that I'm with. So you are the one that recognize the barbs and the spears and stuff coming from somebody else, because the only person I'm checking for is you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
see what they're doing because I
Right.
don't give a shit what they're doing. Now, in
Right.
that moment of vulnerability, if they try some other shit, understand. And I don't give a damn what man you talk to. If they say this ain't true, they a lying bastard. If that moment of vulnerability comes up and then she tries to shoot her shot, we hear your voice in our head.
Mm.
And
Mm.
all of those times that you said I'm telling you she trying to do this. I'm telling you she trying to do that. In that
It
moment of
clicked.
vulnerability, even if we pick at you and we want to just grab your ass and shake the shit out of you,
Mm-hmm.
the moment she says, well, you can do better. Oh, we hear your voice now. I told you. I
Told
told
you.
you. It's going to piss us off because, God damn it, I did not want you to be right.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
Right.
now I hear your ass, you little dusty bitch. No, let me go home to my girl. Because you ain't shit. You about to fuck me
But
all
that's
up
if
out
they're
here.
strong enough. That's if they're strong enough to say that. Because some of them will give into it
Yeah.
because
I'm going
they're
to tell you why.
vulnerable.
I'm going to tell you why that's bullshit. Every
Okay.
man is strong enough. You do it because you wanted to.
Ooh. Mm.
I
If you
like
have
that.
sex with that girl, you already wanted to.
Man.
That's actually true. That's really
Yeah.
true. That's
Because
really
no man
true.
has sex with nobody that don't want to.
That's true.
I've
That's true.
never met a man that was forced to have sex unless your ass in prison, and that's your issue, bro. But if you're out here in the
Now that's
real world
really
with the
true.
ladies,
That's a
yeah,
bar. That's
yeah.
true.
So,
That's
yeah.
true. That's why I
So
tell
don't let
people,
no man
like,
tell you that.
that's why I tell people the cheating doesn't start with the sex. The cheating starts with the situation that you put yourself in and allowed sex to happen.
Oh my
Exactly.
God, girl, let
That
me put
was
that on
the
the shirt.
cheating.
You gonna make me put that shit on the shirt.
But
That was nice. I like that.
that's the truth. We're
Yeah,
human. You know what I mean? Our bodies were designed to have children, to procreate.
yeah,
That's what we were designed to do. So if you
yeah,
put two people that are attracted to each other in close proximity, it's natural that that's gonna
yeah,
happen. But the
yeah,
cheating wasn't the sex. It was why were y'all in close proximity to even let that
yeah.
desire through in the first place.
You literally have quoted something that my mom said for years. It's not about the fact that people got ugly because you got in a relationship. You don't put yourself in a position to do something wrong to that relationship. So
You
it's
know?
not even about the fact of being strong enough to resist the temptation. It's not putting yourself in a position to be tempted in the first place. If you
There
already
you
find
go.
them attractive, then you're going to be attracted.
Yep.
So don't go around. You know what you know. The thing is, like you said, cheating already starts with just even putting yourself in that situation. So like when somebody decides the moment you think about cheating, you have a moment where you thought about it, you got up, you put your clothes on, you got in the car, you're driving over. You have all these moments when you can stop
All of that.
and you don't stop.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
once you get to the house, it's basically a done deal.
Stop. Because when you was at that red light, you could have turned around.
You could have turned
Hmm.
around. You
So
Yeah,
many
know?
lights, you could have turned around.
Yeah.
yeah.
If she
And
call you
see,
and like, I'm outside, you don't have to open that
The
door.
door. Nope.
You don't have to open it. You could be like,
yeah.
nah, not tonight. Tonight, not, no.
Yeah.
Don't open the door.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't. Well, I ain't home.
Feel
You know,
bad.
I ain't even
I ain't
home.
home. That's what you get for popping up.
Everybody tell you
We don't
pop up in
stop.
now and then. Yeah, see, I'm too old for you to tell that pull up shit on me. I'm pull off.
Yeah,
Get out of my house. Get away from my house.
you pop up.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you
I've been
popping up in my damn house.
the pop up.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
No. I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
No,
But
I've actually had people.
last but not least,
Yeah,
they can't pretend to be over you.
Mm.
Mm, 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 mm.
Well, you gotta fake it till you make it sometimes. You know? So I don't know
For
if
you not.
that might be a coping mechanism. I don't know.
I'd rather for you not. I'd rather for you just to be gone.
yeah,
How about
yeah,
that?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
blocking
Because
you
if
on
you
all
faking that, then what else you gonna fake?
say
You
exactly.
know, I
I
don't need you to fake a friendship with me.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
like that.
You
First of all,
know,
too much time and energy.
yeah. And the
Right?
thing about it is, if you consistently fake that friendship with me, if I decide to say, okay, let's be friends, you've now built up a resentment towards me
Yeah.
because of some of the things that you had to endure trying to act like you were my friend.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So now you looking at me like, well, shit, do I even want to be friends with this motherfucker? I don't even know if I want.
Mm.
So now I'm thinking we really friends. You're not really my friend. You were pretending to be my friend so you get close to me again. But once you got close to me, you realize this ain't what you want. So now you being shady.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So no,
If
no, don't be
if
fake
you
friends with
gotta
me.
fake being my friend, I'm convinced the devil sent you. Because you got an
Damn
objective here, sir.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
I
we
want no
all
part.
know the devil comes
Yeah,
in different shapes, sizes, and people.
And a fake
absolutely.
friendship is one of them, especially with
Mhm.
somebody you had a relationship with, because there's a level of vulnerability there. You know things about me and my emotions that the average person don't know. You know my triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
So
my trick.
you
The
coming in
thing
with
is,
fake friendship, nah, that's demonic. Keep that
and I
demonic
think,
ish out of here, okay?
and, and I think the part that the worst part is they also know if they've been with you a certain amount of time, they know what to say. They know how to touch you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They know how they know the right way to kiss you to open you back up.
Very manipulative.
And it's it they because it's not just about being vulnerable, because when you're vulnerable, you can almost be vulnerable to anyone.
Yeah.
But
Right.
the most dangerous person is somebody that knows your vulnerabilities and
Yes.
knows how to,
Yes.
because they pretty much can manipulate you into almost anything. So yeah, keep your
Mm.
ass away from me. Stay
Try to
over
give you
there.
that hug and kiss you right here. You
Yeah.
know that's
Yeah,
my spot.
yeah. I'm about to put
Don't
the
be trying to
garlic
kiss
up on
me
the
in my
door.
spot.
Yeah, because your ass is an energy vampire. I'm gonna put the garlic up on my damn door, put a
Right?
cross at my door, keep your black ass out. Don't come back to my house.
Exactly.
Say
Now
I'm
If you
y'all
come back, I'm gonna
understand
have a
why
fight.
I'm running in the supermarket. You
yeah.
get in there, that's why I'm running. Keep that energy in the food in the frozen section. I don't want to be over there. I'm running.
And
No,
this is
I actually
why I'm
believe.
left when my family or friends or whoever say, "Oh, I see Billy." I'm like, "Well,
Mhm.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
I actually saw my ex, the crazy one. I actually saw her in Walmart one day. She was with another guy. She looked so goddamn uncomfortable.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt so sad for him. I already know
I
what the
thought
hell
you
was
were
going to
safe for
happen.
her.
I thought you
I,
was
no,
gonna say that too."
I felt so sad for him because
What
I know. I feel like I almost wanted to go up to him, and you know how how slaves used to talk, brother,
the hell? Right.
get away from him now. I'm telling you, some shit gonna
Run.
happen to you. Run,
Run.
boy. I really I wanted to
Don't
get
look
close to her
back.
so bad, boy. You need to run your ass off. Get out. Because I'm telling you, she ain't ready for no relationship, but you may not survive the
Wow.
night. I'm telling you, just,
Do you think
but
she looked uncomfortable because she still has feelings for you and she saw that you saw her with another man? Or do you think she was uncomfortable in the relationship with that guy?
I think she was uncomfortable because she was smiling and kikiing and holding him and all of that. And then she saw me and her whole, and he's like, what's wrong with you?
Wow.
So now here's the problem. We're in the store. As we know, my name is Sean. On other days, it's Dearest Teddy, whatever. But she used to call me Poppy.
Mm.
Mm.
she called me Poppy in front of this man.
Mm.
Yeah, she said, "Hey, Poppy." I said, "Oh shit." And then he looked at, "Fuck you mean Poppy?" I'm like, "Oh, man, I'm walking out that goddamn way. There's a whole bunch of other Walmarts down here in Maryland. I'm gonna go find another one."
Lord have mercy. That
Yeah.
could be
So
dangerous. That
Yeah.
could be
yeah,
dangerous. That's a dangerous game she played.
Yes.
yeah. And see, for me, it was like, I don't know what's gonna happen between. I don't want to get caught up in. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Hmm.
not gonna sit up here and fight this man. First of all, I'm not fighting over you because you're not fight worthy.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, I ain't got no beef with this dude, and you might want to stop calling me Poppy. I ain't your damn Poppy. You got one of those. Go call his ass Poppy. You ain't even Puerto Rican. Shut your goddamn mouth. Don't say that shit. You don't have a right to say that shit.
But she saw you and you pretty much snatched her soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was weird because when I saw her, I wasn't phased. It was like, oh, it's you. She just looked at him and looked at me, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh wow.
Wow.
Like I'm thinking like he don't know who I am,
Yeah.
just you, and you literally giving all your goddamn secrets away right now.
Everything. And see,
Hmm.
Let me
that's
ask you.
what a lot of people do when they run into their ex with. Like, first of all, the person you with, unless you showed them a picture, you told them all about them. Why would you make it so awkward for yourself when you're the only one that's making it very like awkward and putting yourself on the spotlight? And it's
Yep.
like people, it's like I don't know. Some people just don't know what to do with that. Like they be like in between, tug of war, confused. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
Mm-mm. Nah. When people see each other, do people still do like this? Is that still a
Hmm.
thing? Because that's about as
Yeah,
much as you can get from me. If
yeah.
I'm with
So
my man and we in the store, you'll get one of these. What up, bro?
yeah.
What up,
What's
bro?
up? What's going on with you? Shit, I might even say, "What up, my nigga?" Yeah,
Right. What up, bro?
yeah. I
you?
mean, because honestly, the thing about like, I'm honestly, I wasn't. Like I said, I wasn't even checking for it. I wasn't even worried about it. When I saw her, I said, hey. It was just like a hey. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, she with a guy. She looked happy. I'm happy to see anybody happy, even her crazy ass. Anybody happy. I never want to see anybody fail in life. I want you
Yeah.
to be happy and healthy and all of it and get whatever help that you may need. And like I said, I walked in, she looked happy. I'm like, oh, she looks happy. I'm happy for that. And then I was just trying to walk past, and then her eyes caught mine. I said, what's up? And I said it quick enough to be able to just walk on past. And like I said, she did all of that crazy shit, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, this about to turn bad. I already know it's about
I
to
be
turn bad,
trying
and
to
it did.
I be trying to avoid that eye connect. Like, soon as you
Mm-hmm.
connect the eyes, you already know you like, oh my god.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
you see him, so you can't act like you didn't see.
Yes.
So
And
you
when you connect your eyes, you probably be refueling some fire in these niggas' bellies, girl. They probably like, woo, look at them eyes.
shut up.
Like, wait a minute, damn it, hold the fuck down, wait a minute,
Exactly.
girl. Stop
They
this
like,
shit.
oh, they
Stop this
ready to
shit.
risk it all when they see messages.
Hmm.
They be like, I'm ready to risk it all. What's poppin'?
Yeah, they probably like, look, I don't give a damn how many masks you wear. I know what them eyes look like. God damn it, here I come.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yo, I'm done. That's why I say I be going like
Yep.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to. You got to. But I have a question. You mentioned that you have a brother. Does your brother have the same type of stories? Do y'all have the same interest in these type of ladies?
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
do?
I'll be honest with you. I really think I fit because it's my younger brother. And I
Okay.
swear, I think I failed this young man because it's almost like he mirrors every relationship I had.
wow.
So
Mm.
now he's only been married once, but him and his wife basically had the identical problems that me and my last wife
Wow.
had. And we both got out of the marriages at the same damn time.
Mm-hmm.
So then right after that, we moved in together because we figured, well, shit, let's just let me. Well, I'm gonna look out for you, so you won't do nothing dumb. You look out for me, so I won't do nothing dumb.
Yeah.
And the problem is, we both did something dumb at the same time, so we couldn't look
Right.
out for each other because we was
Right.
already doing stupid shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
then we finally got to a point to where we both just got we just got too old for the stupid shit, you know. And then that's when we moved into this next place together. And when the stalker young lady came around, I was already in my mind like, no girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
no connections, no nothing. If it's Smash Town, it's Smash Town. That is it.
That's it.
Your
Yeah.
ass now. I'm not an asshole. So I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you home on a bus or in an Uber. I'll drive
Right.
you home.
Right.
I'm not. I'm gonna make sure you get home safely. I mean, I'm at least a gentleman, even at, you know.
Wait,
But
the Uber is not bad. Is the Uber?
I
no,
don't think so. I think it's the act
Uber.
of saying I'm getting you an Uber. That's the part
Yes,
right
yes,
there.
yeah.
That's
So for me, it was just
what
like,
you supposed to say it first. Like, can you request me an Uber? I'm ready.
when she would have done that, I'm like, sure, shit. I pay for that shit. Come on, yeah.
Because
But for
then
the most part, it was like,
you the one that requested. You the one say you was ready, so he won't be like, I'm about to call you. Because like him saying is like, oh, so you ready for me to leave? Like,
yes, yes. I want you to get the fuck out right now because I'm tired. We finished. Get out. You ain't staying. Look, my thing about it is I don't want the sun hitting your ass at my house.
yeah.
Right.
Let you go home. I'm gonna
Exactly.
make sure. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do different? Like what do you feel like you need to see different the next time around so that you're not kind of falling back into these
Yeah.
type of women?
Oh, honestly, I've already gotten to that point to where like I started seeing a therapist to get an understanding, and he
Okay.
helped me understand that I have a hero complex.
I was just going
So
to say that.
yeah.
I was just
So I
going to ask you
always
that.
try to save and
Yep.
protect and all of this other shit. The problem is Superman ain't supposed to try to save Lex Luthor. He's supposed to kill that motherfucker. So I keep getting Lex Luthor every damn time. Because there's
Oh,
something about that kryptonite. I don't know what the hell it is, boy. But it's just. I'm gonna be honest with you. Believe it or not, it's something alluring
Yeah.
about a vulnerable woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I don't need that vulnerability. I like strength in a woman now. I like a
Mhm.
woman that can handle her shit and will not crumble at the sight of the first sign of pressure.
come on.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because my thing about it is, especially if you're a woman who has lived life, raised children, or children are grown, you got a certain strength about you that most people wouldn't even completely and totally understand at all.
Yep.
And that
Amen.
strength right there is the thing that I seek now, the thing that I
Yeah.
want in my life, the thing that I
Mhm.
desire for me, because I can't save a hoe, can't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't do I can't do Captain Save a Hoe no more. That shit took years off my life.
Yeah.
It got me stalked through the damn streets, got my car scratched up, traumatized my poor brother, like all kinds of. So yeah, I had to
Yeah.
get away from. And the thing about it wasn't just so much about them. I don't want to. I'm never the type of person to blame everything on somebody else. I kept seeking toxicity,
Mm.
so that's what I
Mm.
got. And I didn't
Yeah.
understand that that's what I needed. I needed to be needed and not wanted. And
Mm.
there's a big difference.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when somebody runs out of their need for you, their whole mood changes towards you. But when somebody wants
Amen.
you, they choose you.
Yep.
And
Yes.
I wanted to be chosen. I didn't want to be needed. I want to be chosen. And
Yeah.
that's what I do different. It's about being chosen. It's not about being needed.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. That's a bar.
That, that drop the mic.
Yes. And you know what? And sometimes it can be the fault of society, social media, and mothers. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. We
Hmm.
have to be so careful how we instill this independent woman thing on some of these young girls because sometimes they get that confused with I don't want a man for I don't need a man for nothing. I can do this by myself. I can do this by myself. But then the opposite side of that is the needy ones. It's the ones that feel like, oh, I need a man to do this. I need somebody with me to get through this. And so when you have that mixture of those different types of women, you get these
Hmm.
new mixtures of these men who feel like, okay, if I can get I don't want the independent ones. I got a couple dollars in my pocket. I want the needy hood chicks that if I take them to a nice restaurant, they gonna fall head over heels for me. If
Hmm.
I buy them a nice Michael Kors. They ain't never had that before, but that's within
Yeah.
my
Mhm.
budget. They gonna fall exactly. So they are the
Exactly.
ones that kind of fall for the crazy ones because they feel like I can introduce you to a world you've never seen.
Yeah. And see, my problem with guys like that, um, and like it's a lot of guys out there like that. The problem that I have with guys like that is they have lowered their own expectations as well,
Hmm.
and they don't understand that as a man, as all women should have a higher expectation
Yes.
than what somebody told them they should have. But
Yes.
Yeah,
as a man, so should you. And when you
yeah.
get two people together who have high expectations, they go to higher heights.
Come on.
Mm,
So you got two people with low expectations. Well, you've already seen what low expectations bring.
Yeah.
Low income housing, low everything. Everything is below minimum expectation.
Yeah.
But if I say, I don't give a damn how pretty you are. I don't give a damn how big your ass is. I don't care none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
right.
If you disrupt my peace,
Mm,
you are gone.
mm.
You are
Amen.
gone. Because I walked through the door with my own inner peace. The only thing I ask you to do is not get in the way of that. I don't
Hmm.
ask you to bring me peace. I don't need you to bring me no damn peace. I got that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
don't disrupt it.
yeah,
And here's the thing. Peace is something that you can add to.
Yeah.
yeah.
So if I
Definitely.
walk through the door with inner peace and then I come home and you're in a peaceful, well, here's the thing. Even if you're not at peace, if you yourself are not at peace,
Hmm.
talk to me so that we can both find a way to get you there. But don't just disrupt minds because you're not there.
Exactly.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
And you know what? It's crazy because when you said that, Tabitha Brown popped up on my screen on my laptop,
Okay.
and normally her outing always be have a good day. And if you don't have a good day, don't dare go and messing up someone else's day. And
That's
now
right.
same thing saying that if because you maybe lack of peace or self love, don't go sitting there with that old saying, misery love company, or end up ruining somebody else's peace because yours is not settled. So
Yep.
Exactly.
I definitely agree with that, and but a lot of people don't be understanding that though, because even with
Mm-mm.
the hero complex that you say your therapist say, women have that situation too, and they try to be fixer uppers, like you want to be
Yeah.
Bob the Builder, and it's like
Yeah.
they build these men, groom these men, fix these men up, and all this other stuff, and it's like, okay, once you do that, guess what? You know where they're going, right?
Yeah.
Do you really think they staying with you?
Nope.
Because as you fix them, you stayed broke.
Yep.
And
You didn't
Yep.
change at all.
but alone. Now you by yourself
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you did everything they needed. Now they going and upgrade elevated them for the next chick.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And see, the thing about it is I want a woman that can upgrade and elevate me as I upgrade and elevate her. It should be simultaneous. It shouldn't be a situation where I'm draining you of all the energy that you have so that I can reach a certain plateau. Because if you put me on that plateau before we can get you there, then I don't no longer see a need for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I no longer
Yep.
see a need for you because the thing
Yeah.
is now, if I gotta reach down and I gotta pull your ass up, some kind of way, I'm going down a little bit with you. You know
Yeah.
what I
Mm.
mean? I was already there. I don't want to be there no more.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
as you build me, I should at the same time be building you. So
Yeah.
once we get to a certain level, we're at that level together. I'm not above you, in mentally, spiritually, or physically, and you're not above me.
Yep.
Because and you ladies can, I'm sure you can attest to this. It is very hard to respect a man that you think you're above.
Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
That's
Very
so
hard.
true.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. If you
Yep.
think that you are smarter than him, if you think that you are more well equipped
Mm.
to deal with financial situations than him, if you think that you are better in any aspect, if you don't no longer feel the need for him in any way, shape, or form, what's the point in staying?
Yeah.
Right.
What's the
Mm-hmm.
point in having him around?
Yeah. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just what Vintage Rose Cottage said. She said I have four sisters. We all did. So I guess they all did the Build a Bear Fixer Upper. She said I have four sisters. We carry our partners through addiction, which was taught by our mom. Sad truth.
Wow. You know, but at the same time, while you're doing all of this, and while you're trying to help the other person and help their peace, you got to protect your own peace in the midst of that. Because
Yeah.
you'll get so caught up in trying
Hmm.
to help that other person get peace that your peace
Yeah.
is just being chipped at, just
Come on now.
constantly
Yeah.
being chipped at. So
Yeah.
you gotta protect your peace so that you can continue to help in a healthy way protect their peace and help them
Yeah.
establish that peace. That's why it's important that each person as individuals are happy within their own selves, within their own right. I can't make you
Yeah.
happy. You
Yeah.
can't make me happy. I gotta be
Yeah.
happy within me. You gotta be happy within you, and then we grow our happiness together. But it has to be
Exactly.
protected.
Exactly.
Because
And see the.
the day, people got to also realize that when you have even in marriages, because I think some people forget in marriages too, as well as relationships, where they forget the fact that individuality is still as important as couples
Yes.
togetherness. And it's
Absolutely.
like when they do that, it's like they focus so much on the marriage and relationship, and it's like, okay, so you don't think that you important? It's not saying you're being selfish, but that what brings the togetherness as a couple when you do have those separate
Yeah.
things that, of course, he or she gonna know about, but you still keeping your peace and your sanity, your happiness, your true love for yourself. Where it's like
Hmm.
it'd be a bonus. I love myself. I'm in love with myself. I'm peaceful with myself. And then the same thing, you have a woman or a man. All you doing is just adding to it.
Yep.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And see and the thing about it is, and I'm about to take to the Bible real quick.
All right.
Um, there's a reason when you get married that there are three rings, because there's you, there's her, and then there's the marriage.
Mm,
That means even the Bible separates you and her as an individual, and then there's the marriage. So
Right.
you don't just become the marriage.
That's
The
right.
marriage is a part of you. It's not you,
yeah.
because you still have you are an individual person. It's not saying that you have to be independent of from one another. It
Mm-hmm.
means that you have to have a certain degree of independence within yourself,
That's right.
but you don't but you respect your marriage.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's a reason there are three rings there, because people seem to think that they say that the ring represents the undying. That no, the ring represents your bond, but that
Hmm.
third ring that's there, that's your marriage. You
That's right.
feed into that, you feed that, you cultivate that, but you still have to be an individual person, because if you get, and I can attest to this, if you allow yourself to get drowned in that marriage, and that's the only thing that's important to you, eventually you are going to forget who the hell you are,
Amen.
because
Amen.
all you'll be is so and so's husband, so and so's wife. People gonna
Yep.
forget what your damn name is because you just their husband or wife.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's easy to happen. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's so easy for that to happen, especially at the beginning because you're trying to make sure you get it right. You're trying to make
yeah,
sure that I don't fail. You're trying to make
yeah,
sure that you're doing the right things. There's no rule
yeah.
book, so you're trying to
Oh yeah,
figure it out. But that's
yeah,
easy for you to fall into that space of losing who you are, especially us as women. Not even just with the marriage, but once we have the children.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
now I'm responsible for being your wife and these children's mother.
Uh,
So
I,
who
yeah,
am
yeah,
I? So
yeah,
it can be so hard to figure that out, but it's doable. And that's
yeah,
where you need the support and the understanding from your spouse.
yeah,
Like my husband don't care nothing about podcasting. He don't even probably know what it's about. But he in this room to set up whatever I need whenever I need it because he knows
yeah,
that that's my thing. He's out there
yeah,
with the kids. This is my thing. This is what makes me the individual. And the same thing
yeah,
for him. So that's important.
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely, because you need that in a relationship or even like in a marriage, because who wants to be with somebody that don't support them. And
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
not that when you end up no longer you're now sharing yourself with a partner, but then you have kids, like you say, you sharing yourself with them, and then like that postpartum also that shit is real because that shit really will go deep, and it's like now you gotta find yourself, you gotta go down to end up coming back up to find yourself, and hopefully you'll find yourself because some people don't come from out of it. So it's like
Yeah.
you definitely want, but like you say, even with your husband, not caring a goddamn thing about podcasting, but he and he
Yeah.
will set up, help you, assist you, and say, "Baby, are you good? You need
Yep.
anything?"
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Hmm. Yeah. So Vintage Rose said, she put on double the weight and ate her misery.
Ooh,
That
Mm.
I'm telling y'all, that is
I've
a
done that myself.
thing.
I
It's a
did that.
real thing.
yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, coming back from it, like there was one point in my marriage that I was so miserable that I was almost at 400 pounds.
Wow.
It
Wow.
literally hurt to get out of the bed and walk.
Mm.
I was almost one of those 600-pound life people where I just didn't want to get out of the bed. And then one day, I kid you, I remember this day clearly. I was getting out of the bed and I felt the pain at the top of my feet, the bottom of my feet, my knees. I'm waddling to the bathroom. I could barely make it to the bath. I have asthma. So being that heavy was already a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm waddling and trying to make it to the bathroom. And I remember I stood in front of the mirror and I looked at myself. And this the part is gonna be funny. I couldn't see my damn neck.
Mm.
Mm.
I was so damn fat that it felt like my chest and my neck was one damn thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there
Mhm.
looking at myself like that this ain't gonna work no damn more.
Yeah.
So that day,
Mhm.
that very day, I told my wife, I'm going to the gym. And she says, okay, whatever. All right. So I guess because I had been off and on in the gym like that. And
Yeah.
she's all right, whatever. So I went to the gym, got on the elliptical machine, and I lasted a glorious 2.5 minutes.
Hey,
Glorious.
it was something.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
You got to start somewhere.
Mhm.
but I'm gonna tell you when it turned for me. Me and my wife had planned a cruise that we got on a cruise. And I said, you know what? I got some momentum with this working out. I'm not going to lose my momentum. But at my job, they have a workout station at my job. I was up to 7 minutes, so you can't tell me I wasn't doing shit. I'm
Right?
I'm I'm killing these 7 minutes. I get on that cruise, and it's this lady next to me. She had to be in her 60s or 70s. So I'm about to hit that elliptical machine. I'm about to get my 7 minutes in, and I do my 7 minutes, and she looks at me, and she's still going. I'm like, oh the hell you not? I'm still going. So then she going, and I'm going. I'm like, you ain't at 60 years old. I'll be goddamn if you gonna do this to me. And I'm competitive as hell. So by the time I got off that elliptical machine, I was sweating bullets. I was tired as hell, but I had never felt so accomplished in my life. And
Yeah.
that lady walked over to me and said, "I'm proud of you."
Oh,
Aw.
The car was about to stop.
She's
My big ass was about to stop.
smashing. Aw.
And boy, she came over to me. She said, "No," she said, I'm proud of you." And I never missed a day in that gym when I was on that cruise ship. And I remember the day that I got off that ship and I came home. And I'm just thinking, I may have lost a few pounds here and there. My entire life, not my entire life, but my entire marital life,
Mhm.
I had my wife. Then what she did is she would buy clothes and stuff for me. I had never. She would buy coats and stuff for me. I was never able to button up my coats.
mm.
Mm.
I was just too big. I was just, and they didn't make a battleship size coats back then. So because that's about my
She
size at that.
with him.
So but
That's
I
Battleship.
remember I pulled up to my niece's house, and my niece came outside, and I didn't even pay attention to it. My niece came outside, and she had like tears in her eyes. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, who else I got to whip? Somebody done something to my baby? And she said, Uncle Sean. I said, what? She said, you buttoned your coat. I said, what?
Oh.
And she said, I've never seen you with your coat button. She said, you look so slim. I
Oh.
had measured myself, and I measured myself when I first started.
Uh-huh.
I was 394 pounds.
Mm.
When I went back and measured myself, after weeks and weeks of working out and doing all of that working out on the ship, I came back, I was at 297.
What?
I
Wow.
said, yeah.
Wow.
And I kept rolling with it. And then I ain't gonna lie, that then I got with a Crazy Horse and bought all that. Well, I ate that
Get it
misery.
right back.
I ate it right back. Boy, I was like 6 or 7 cinnamon rolls and a donut away from where I was before. So
But but the contrary to that, you have some people that and I was going to ask you this about your wife at the time. You have some people
mhm,
that don't want us to lose weight. We want it for ourselves, but if they feel like I like you at this size, they're not
mhm.
supportive of you going to the gym and losing that weight. Was she supportive of you doing all that?
The reason that I found out why later on, she told me why. We had a couple of incidents when we were dating
Hmm.
where I didn't pay attention except for one time. I'm a friendly person, um, just pretty laid back or whatever. And there was one time we were at Walmart, and I had just bought my very first flat screen TV. I'm excited. I done took my damn bonus from my job and bought my first flat screen TV. I'm happy. I'm walking out the door. They still got that spider strip on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go back in there and cut it off. So I go back in there. I said, hey ma'am, can you get this off? So the lady was like, oh, you bought it back in. We like customers like you. Now I'm not paying attention to the vibrato or anything.
Right.
I just got this shit off my TV so I can go. So she's like, yeah, we really like customers like you. Now she paid attention to it. I wasn't looking at it.
Hmm.
So then we went to fast track. A couple of months we go to Red Lobster because she wanted to go get whatever the hell that was there. I wasn't worried about it. So we get in there, and the whole time, every time the girl wanted to ask if there's anything else we needed, she kept coming over, putting her hands on me, on my shoulder, and on my chest. And see, my ex-wife is certified in these streets. She's a brawler.
Okay.
You put your head in the dirt. She will whoop that ass. Yes.
I think that's like
Yeah. So she's certified in them streets, I'm telling you. So she stood up and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I had to stand up. I said, what's going on? She's like, no, fuck that. You ain't see what she was doing? I swear to God, when I'm not paying you any attention, I'm oblivious to everything.
yeah.
Now the third incident I did see her
Gotcha.
because I was at a table full of people and she only addressed me
Wow.
the whole time.
Damn.
Her mother was there, her sisters and everything was there. The only person she would address was me. And she did one time, she went across I said, okay, wait a minute,
Oh
hold up.
no.
I said, hey,
No.
hey, hey,
No.
hey. I went and got the manager. Like, no, you see, for me, like, if I recognize that you're disrespecting my wife, we're gonna have a big problem.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't see it, then it's a whole different thing. But if I see it, we got a major issue. And me
Exactly.
and her had a major issue at that
That's
point.
too
But
much. That's too much.
but
Your
then
your local news would have reported breaking news. There has been an uptick of waitresses in the ER. We don't know what's happening, but all
yeah,
these waitresses keep pounding in this ER. The news report
but,
at 6.
Yeah.
but that was her problem with me losing weight. Her problem with me losing weight because she was like, well, she said, Sean, you was already heavy, and people was doing stuff like that. What was going to happen once you started losing weight?
Mm.
And that was her whole thing. So
Yeah.
she was just like, she started really like feeling really insecure. So it was always, well, let's go to Golden Corral. Let's go. I can't eat that shit. I'm trying to
You
stop.
put that shit back on your ass.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Go ahead with it. Well, see,
She
the funny thing is,
equated
I
him
will.
being heavy with her security.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, that didn't happen either because women like teddy bears, man.
Yeah.
They like a damn cat. They like a teddy bear, and
Yeah.
they like muscles and teddies. They like it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
So
true.
I told her, I can be fat. I said, look. She said, so I always thought that if you were heavier, I wouldn't have that issue. I said, girl, I was fat when I pulled you.
There you go. There you go. There
Yeah,
you
I'm just saying.
go.
So let's not look at it that way.
That's true. Listen,
Yeah.
It been. I know my sister probably got a topic. You want to bring up your topic, sis, real quick? So
Yes, the topic is stop befriending these exes. Stop befriending these exes and ruining your life. Okay? Stop with the self-sabotage. That's my topic. The sabotage is real. Leave these exes where they at. Y'all broke up for a reason. Delete that number out your phone
hmm
and keep it moving. If you see them in the grocery store, what should you do?
Mm.
Run. Far, far away, especially if it's a Walmart, because Walmart is already a toxic environment. I hate Walmart. So if I see you in a Walmart, and especially if you got sweatpants on, you on demon time, and I'm running even faster.
exactly.
That's
It's for some reason it seems like between Walmart and Pathmart, you see everybody from the hood or for the
girl, I'm
like,
telling you.
everybody. That mama decided to come on a date. I wanted to come out the house and come
Yes, yes, which is why I have
Mm-hmm.
now resorted to groceries being delivered to
back.
me.
No, for
Mm-hmm.
2 years since I'm telling you, I get my groceries delivered faithfully to the fact that the shop right from home department know who the hell Miss B is. They know who
See,
I am. I
I'm
remember
telling you.
I had my sister go pick up my groceries for me, right? They was like, "Oh yeah, we know your sister. Your sister's very precise and very specific." They was like, "Oh shit, she must be on. She must be on y'all." Yeah, exactly. They know.
Yeah. Okay, no,
I
so real
think,
quick, 'cause I know it's getting late. This was a adult top. This befriending an ex has so many levels to it. So
Yeah.
I'll just tell really quick. I was speaking not too long ago to one of my girlfriends about how easy it is to bond with people over gossip. Like you can have friendships with people that's just about, hey girl, did you hear about so and so and so, or did you
Yeah.
know such and such was doing this? And that's the whole foundation of the friendship. You're
yep.
always talking about somebody. If you look at your group chat and you realize that you're always talking about people that's not in the group chat, okay, you're bonding over gossip. So there's two players to that game. There's the bone carrier, which is the person that comes and like, girl, did you hear such and such and such? You hear such and such? And then there's the gossip pleasers. And those are the people that they know they can come to and they know is gonna sit back and listen and kiki with them. So you gotta ask yourself, are you in a friendship where you're only bonding over gossip?
Oh,
Uh,
that's a good question because you could also realize that this is the test you could do, right? Test them by sitting there saying like you ain't got nobody to gossip right about, or even you be like, girl, I'm past that. I ain't doing that no more. She break up with you. She no longer your friend. It was only the gossip.
Yeah,
yep.
exactly.
It was only the gossip.
Mm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because many
Yeah,
times,
And,
I had a family member like that. Because I'm like, yo, I'm not about to sit here and keep talking about the same old ass topics. I'm like, I'm trying to do other things with my life, and I'm not about to sit here. Like, are we going to elevate or are we going to stay basic? And I'm like, I'm not about to stay basic because that's not where my mind frame at. So,
exactly.
saying something, that shit was
Mm-hmm.
like, shoot.
Yeah. And I
uh-huh.
think families do that more than your girlfriends and your homeboys do it. Families
About
are the
other family
worst for
members.
that.
Mm-hmm.
About other family members.
Yeah.
And
Yes. They are
That,
the
and
worst.
my family gets so mad at me because I don't give a damn if it's my baby cousin to my oldest aunt. I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-mm.
I
Nope.
tell them in a minute, look, so what I do, they know better than to come to me. Because they'll be kind of, you know what so and so get on my goddamn nerves because they did this, that, this. And the other one say, now I ain't said nothing to the other one. The other
Mm-hmm.
one come back, you know what, so and so get, I swear they get on my, I said, so okay. So I get their ass in the group chat, fix it. I
There
call
you
them both at
go.
the same time.
Keep
exactly.
that same energy.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is, they not
Mhm.
as mad as they was when they was talking to me.
Of course not.
Oh, yeah, I thought you was really pissed.
The tone
Nobody
Yep.
is
mad no
completely
more.
different.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I
Listen,
feel like if you meant it, say it.
say it.
Say
Keep
it the
that
way that you said
energy.
it to me, so you can get it
Hmm.
out. system because they
Keep
may
that
not
in.
know that they pissed you off like that.
Yep, that's
So if
true.
they don't know, you come and telling me I can't help the shit.
Yeah,
Because here's the thing, you come and told me in confidence. So it's not like you came to tell me so I can go talk to them about the bullshit. So now I'm
exactly.
sitting here holding some shit about them that I don't really give a shit about. And the next thing you know, here they come telling me something about you. I still don't care nothing about it.
Yeah.
But y'all
Yep,
both talk. Here's the thing. It usually is y'all both talking about the same damn problem
Yes.
with one.
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
Instead of just resolving it.
Yeah.
Instead of just resolving it. But my mom always taught me, whether it's friendship, family, or relationships, when two people are having an issue or beefing, stay out of it. Because if
Yeah.
you end up taking sides and they end up coming back together and being cool, now you are the enemy because they're going
Exactly.
to tell each other what you were saying when you was talking to
Hmm.
them. So stay out of it because you never know if they're going to come back together.
True.
Exactly. So I don't. And the thing about it is, you can't say I said shit.
Shit.
I sat there and I listened.
Yep.
And
I
that's
I
listen.
sat there and I listened. So what if they come back and say, "Well, so and so said that they told you this. They sure the hell did."
Yep.
Oh, well, why you ain't tell me? Because that ain't my damn place. That's their place.
nope. Because
So why would
Exactly.
you listen? I said, you can't tell me who the fuck I'm supposed to listen to.
I'm not gonna repeat what
I
they.
don't want to listen to you right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat. But me, I'm the type of person where I'm not going. I'm gonna listen, and the only thing you're gonna get from me was, you need to talk to her, or you need to talk to him, or me,
Mm-hmm.
or me. What I did one time was I actually, one person was at my house. I actually texted the person, told the person to come over without the other person knowing. And when the person came in, I was like, "Now there you go, fix it." I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
yeah.
put me between that shit.
Exactly. I give
Yeah.
you one better. If they call me and talk about such, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Because at some point they're gonna be like, Tori is just not the person to call when I want to
Don't call
talk
me.
about this person because she
Yeah.
ain't giving me nothing.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And
Are
see,
you
and
listening?
now
Yeah, I'm listening.
yeah, and see now the energy that I'm on, I'm trying to build businesses. I'm trying to build legacies. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So you calling me? I'll tell you in a minute. If you ain't calling me about nothing
come on
that can further the shit that I'm trying to do,
now.
shut
Mhm.
your black ass mouth and get off my phone.
Yeah,
Yep.
Because I do
wait,
not want to hear it.
that's what
Yeah.
my said. It. Like I'm telling, like if this conversation is not about to bring me a bag, if you ain't sit there, you ain't telling me that there's some sponsors that's interested in my show. You ain't got no
Mhm.
manufacturers that's about my clothing line I'm bringing out. Like if you ain't got none
Yes.
in
Yeah,
anything that's coming out, or you ain't got no, you ain't hit no other distributors in regards to these health products I'm trying to put my name on. I'm
Yep.
not
yeah,
talking to you about shit.
Yep. Yep.
exactly.
Want to
Because
say you want to say, oh, Qua, she changed, she different. You got to be motherfucking right. You damn sure right. I did.
Yep.
yeah, because
Yep.
I literally have family members that will complain
All
about other family members not supporting them. Right?
Mhm.
Like I have one for you say, man, don't know somebody support my business, this, that, and the third. And one time I actually was being a smart ass because we was on video camera, and I say, yeah, nobody supports you, huh? How many of these shirts do you have?
Got him.
Because
Exactly.
so far I ain't seen your ass with one. I ain't seen none of
Mhm.
y'all motherfuckers with one.
but
But
don't
guess
Mhm.
what? It's
one.
not your job. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell people, anybody that's an entrepreneur that's looking to do business, your family, your friends will be the last motherfuckers to ever support you. Don't look for
Yep.
their
absolutely.
support.
Yep.
That's
You're
true.
gonna get
That's
disappointed,
so true.
your emotions gonna
Mhm.
be, you're gonna go through all these questions, and I'm gonna save you right now. Don't look for them to support you. They will support
That's
someone
right.
they support you.
That's so
Don't
true.
Yeah,
That's why as you elevate in life, you have to establish new boundaries for every level that you get to. Because you
exactly.
can't have the same boundaries you had when you were here in your career or in your path or
Mhm.
whatever you're going to as you will here. And people gonna
Yeah,
start falling off. You're gonna have to start leaving some people where they at. They can't go with you.
yeah,
And one
yeah,
thing I noticed that was a clear thing for me, especially when I started podcasting, was the people that
uh,
called me to tell me all the exciting news about the new opportunities opportunities that they get or what they're about to do or what's going on in their life. And the minute I start talking about mine, it's like, oh, yeah. So anyway, such and such and such.
Yeah.
I just listened to
Oh
your
my God, how many
whole
times?
life journey. I was just
Oh,
excited with you. And now I'm telling you
oh.
about mine. It's like, okay, well, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Because I literally, I swear to you, I just had friend of mine was telling me about all of this shit that they got going on or whatever. So then they asked the question, "What's been going on with you?" I started telling them about my clothing line, my shirts I've designed, my sneakers I've designed. I've got watches that I'm putting out there, like
Okay.
masks. I started telling them about all of this stuff. I said, look, I got my links out there so people can go into the links. And all of a sudden, oh, I'm getting a call. I'm gonna call you back. You think I
Yep,
got a call back?
that's what I
Well, you
mean.
know, people can tell when somebody clicking on your line, right?
Yeah.
I don't think people don't know that. People can tell when somebody clicking. Anybody click on your goddamn line.
You can tell.
Like,
You can tell.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
So I
me,
was just sitting there.
I would cut them off, and then they hurt. Then they feelings start getting hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why you cut them off? But it's like
Yep.
because we're not headed in the same direction, and it's like
No.
I can't be the old me. The old me is not there. Like it's not who I was or who I am. Like you gotta just realize and respect that. See, because that right there, if I'm listening to your shit and I've been listening to your shit all these years,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it's my turn, and you don't
Yep.
have a fucking bone or patience in your body, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm the bitch that will cut you off.
Off. And,
Yeah.
and and nobody's exempt. Okay? I don't
No.
care if we have
Nobody.
the same blood running through us. Nobody is exempt. And that goes back to protecting your peace. Because your peace is gonna be your new ventures, your businesses, those are your babies. So if these people aren't willing to sit back and even sound like they're interested or sound like they want to be supportive or sound like they care,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
gotta go. You
Yeah.
gotta go. I
Because
see you when I see you.
But I guarantee you, if I buy them one of these shirts, oh, they'd be more than willing to take it,
Oh yeah,
but they
give it
won't
to them
actually
Yeah.
for
go purchase
free.
it.
No, they
You-
want free
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, they love
Mm-hmm.
it.
So
Give them
I've
Yeah.
even said,
by your door.
I'll get your shirt. I've told them, I'll get your shirt. Just take pictures in it and model it for me on. So that's it, or whatever. Well,
Right.
you know, I
They
don't
don't
like
even
taking
want to
pictures
do
and
that
stuff.
shit.
Mm-mm.
Be like, I don't. They say I don't like taking pictures and stuff. Motherfucker, you just took a selfie this morning on Facebook. You took 7 yesterday, but now you don't want to take
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
sit
So
there, you
one.
go live about 3 times a day and doing shit. Just saying you at
Yeah.
the mall or you at somewhere at some restaurant or you took like 8 pictures before you even went out to your event, but you don't want to take a picture and you don't take pictures in my shirt. All of
Yep.
that
Exactly.
you doing, what you're doing is basically supporting. Supporting is free. It doesn't cost.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell
Exactly.
you, that happens here on IG and this podcast world a lot. Because when I first came into this little world, I was reposting people's stuff. I was tagging them and all, and
Oh
they
my God.
never did
Yep.
it for me. Never
Not
did it
once.
for me.
Not
And I was
once.
like, oh, I'm giving them too much.
Yeah.
I'm giving these people too
Yeah.
much.
Listen, I'm taking
Because
a sip on that one.
yeah. Because believe it or not, like I've had my podcast for 2 years, right? I've had my
Hmm.
podcast for 2 years now. And now I'm proud of the fact that I can literally pull up my name, De'Aris Teddy, or the Sophisticated Grizzly, and my podcast will automatically pop up. But that's because of my work.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
That's
because
right.
of the work that I did. That's because I'm relentless. That's because
Hmm.
I won't stop. And
Hmm.
even if my numbers are low or high on the podcast, I still go on every week and grind. I
Exactly.
Right.
talk I talk the same way whether it's 2 people, 22 or 222. It
That's
don't
right.
matter. I talk the same way. I put in the same kind of work every single week. And
Hmm.
ask me how many of my family members even log into the podcast.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
Ask
Okay.
me how many of them have even shared it.
None.
Yep.
Yeah. So now my thing is, I was actually about to go through like a mass purge of my page
Hmm.
of the people that literally they on the Sophisticated Grizzly page on Facebook, but they never log into the podcast. I've never seen any of these people pop on there. And
Yeah.
the first ones were my family. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the first people I invited on. And every time I come on, and they know every week when my podcast, what time it is,
Exactly.
I put out there what I'm talking about, everything.
Like they know,
Right.
or they pretend
Yeah,
like they know when they actually know, because when they end up talking to you, they fucking re-innovate the whole thing to you. So it's like, so you know.
Yep.
yeah.
And
So you do know. Okay.
that's one thing I could definitely say. I got 2 cousins and my sister. And y'all see my brother came in here earlier, the one talking about I'm gonna be friends with. I was like,
All right.
Yeah,
they come in here anytime on live. They can't stay, but they will definitely come through, say something,
Yeah.
send some hearts, and they will definitely support all the way.
Right.
100%. Even if
Right.
my sister have to go to work the next day, my sister is popping in. She's sitting there telling people, like, go support and follow Pillow Talk with the T. She's going to do, even though she'll know nothing about this fucking social media world, and she's not
Yeah.
savvy, she's letting people know my sister got a show. You go check it out. And that's one thing I can say. But the rest of them, they'll do a lot of this.
Yep.
And there go
Mhm.
right there. There go. That's one of the 2 cousins I said. Every time I come on, they pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I ain't ashamed to fucking say their name. Aaron, Crystal, Fatima, Jaquan. Those are the ones that
Yes.
always fucking riding with me all day, every fucking day. Every single day. Always.
That's what's up.
And I could definitely sit there and say, I could also say my cousin CJ, I had him on the show, I always shout his music out. And that's the thing.
yeah,
The thing is, we don't support each other, who the hell will support each other? And it's
Exactly.
people look at my show, the one to even pick up my show, and sit there and say, damn, her own people don't even want to support it, so how can I pick up her show?
Okay.
exactly.
You'll start questioning yourself and your abilities on what you're doing, because the fact is, like, your own people that you rocked with, you stood there, you fought with, you slaved with, you went homeless with, you went broke and you no food with, grew up with, same fucking blood, and you trying to
Yeah,
tell me that and I've been there for you.
yeah,
You don't want to be there for me, and people
yeah,
want to question why I cut motherfuckers off, because how many times can I extend myself? How
And you
can
gotta
yeah,
protect that. Because
yeah?
that hurts.
I'm going to keep getting fucked with no lubrication and
Yes.
continue to sit there, keep extending.
Yes.
Because one person said to me, one of my guy friends was like, well, but the Bible said, I know all about the Bible. But at the end of the day, you can hit me with all the Bibles, the Quran, and everything else. At the end of the day, he also said, don't be a fucking fool.
yeah,
Amen to that.
yeah,
Amen
yeah,
to that. And how much am I
yeah.
supposed to sit back and keep seeing that it's happening like that and allowing that to hurt me? Because that
And
hurts.
tell
I
me,
don't care how hard we act like we are or how hard we are. Certain
yeah,
people not being where we need them to be hurts. It hurts,
yeah,
especially when you know that you've given them something that they can be proud of for you. You've
Yes.
supported them, but
Yes.
then you can't
hmm
even just be here for a second. I
Yes.
would even
but I,
take a fake smile. I'll take that. That's how much I want you here.
Yes.
I'll take the fake
yeah,
smile.
And my
And you can't even give me that.
have to sit in the shit for the whole hour or 2. Just come,
no,
give me a couple of hearts, couple comments, and you could just go with your merry way. At least I know that you at least had took
yeah,
some time out
Exactly.
and to sit there
yeah,
and give me some love. That's all I
Yeah.
ask. But see,
Yeah.
and tell,
when they want from you, you're supposed to jump the bridge, build the
Yes.
house,
Yes.
break down the house, provide
Yes.
foundation.
Yes.
They want everything. They want your blood.
yeah,
They want you to
Everything.
give them blood or
Yes.
yeah,
like, what the fuck?
and
Yes.
tell me, I'm pretty sure y'all have had this. You don't, you've said it. I've heard you say, I've said it myself. I'm pretty sure you said it. You don't even have to watch the show. Just share it with someone
Just
else.
share it. That's all. Just share
And,
it. It takes nothing for you to just repost it.
Yeah.
yeah,
You ain't
because
even
I'm
got to
saying
show
you need
up.
at this point you ain't got to leave a comment.
Nope.
You
No.
just share it with the people on your page. They probably don't even know you.
Exactly.
Right.
Share it with them. Share it like look, like let's share it like you would share your stuff.
Yep.
Exactly.
Share,
Yeah.
and to me,
And
honestly, like
this thing is like I can tell that all 3 of us we do that shit. But for
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
some reason, and sometimes, like, I'm about to go there, and y'all know I go there to the uncomfortable.
Go
Let's
ahead.
do it.
Sometimes I have to question God's ability. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the people that's really fucked up are the ones that get the blessings, and the ones that's doing it right. We get the last of the land, the scraps. And
Yeah. It definitely feels like
are
that
we
a lot.
are we doing something we not supposed to do? We supposed to do it the fucked up way, and we wasn't told? Like, what's going on? And it's like, what the hell? So sometimes I do be having like these deep conversations with God, because I'm like,
Yeah.
you saying this, you saying,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
know that this is it because my grandparents and great grandparents told me. So, but I'm seeing
Yeah.
that these people that's stealing, robbing, cheating, and
Yep.
not supporting and doing fucked up shit, they the ones that's getting blessed. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
confused.
I'm gonna say this, and this is what a pastor explained to me. Sometimes a blessing is disguised in a curse.
Mm,
Mm.
And some of those people that you think are being blessed have done nothing but accept a curse into their life.
Yep.
And
God.
That's
eventually
true.
they're gonna have to pay for all that stuff that they took from the devil. Because it ain't come from
Hmm.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, when you believe in God, everything that you do gonna be a struggle.
Mm.
Mm,
Everything you do gonna be a struggle. Because at the end of the day, your appreciation grows as your struggle continues.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you learn how to take each different step of your life. Like right now, yeah, we're upset about the fact that we're not being supported, but watch how very soon, and I believe this in my heart, God is going to put people in our life that we need to support us, not that we want
Amen.
to support.
True.
Because the
I
people that we
received
want to
that.
support us will never support us.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
people we need to support us is the ones that's going to come into the room, that's going to come into the picture. So
Yeah.
don't worry about them people that you think don't deserve it, because also he also explained to me that some of these people have met God's quota. That's why they're being blessed.
Mm,
It's not the fact that they haven't, it's not the fact that they're doing a bunch of messed up stuff. They did what God required, and that's
Yeah.
why they're being blessed. See,
Yeah.
we still have to meet the requirements of the Lord to get to the place that we need to go.
got
So
it.
Right.
we're still grinding. And as long as you believe it, and as long as you believe him and believe in everything that he put inside of you,
Yeah.
Hmm.
it's gonna get there. So stop worrying about the people. I just like myself. So we got to stop worrying about the people we want to bless us,
Yeah.
and get into the people that we need to bless us. And there's going to be people that don't look like us.
Mm-hmm.
Some going to look like us. It's going to be people that listen to our show not because we're family, but
Yeah.
listen
Right.
to our show because we're good at what we do.
True. Right.
Right.
Those are
That's
the people
right.
that you want to support.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have a family member. I remember when back in the day when the whole Illuminati thing was like everybody was talking about it, and Jay-Z and Beyonce Illuminati, and she said to me, she says, sometimes I feel like if that Illuminati thing is true, I want to join it because I see them getting all this stuff, and here I am constantly running and running and running and trying to be faithful and trying to do right and be good by people. I want to get what they're getting. So she went and
Mhm.
changed her lifestyle, and she started doing the things that she knew better to not do. She started getting into drama. She started getting cursing her own life basically, and now
Mhm.
she weighs probably 95 pounds.
Mm,
She's
Mhm.
so stressed out, she's sickly, and she
Mhm.
has no peace.
wow.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
constantly tells me, I wish I would have just kept my peace because I would have been mentally still sane. And now I'm mentally effed up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she has everything she wanted. She got
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything that she said she wanted, she got it. But
Wow.
she's
Mhm.
effed up now. Her daughter
Yeah.
doesn't talk to her. Her son doesn't talk to her. Her husband left her. But she got the house she wanted. She got the car she wanted. She got the career she wanted. She got all the things that she wanted. But she lost so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And see, I don't want to lose my soul in the
Yeah.
pursuit of financial gain,
Yes.
Exactly.
because I feel like this, my finances will be much greater as my soul stays intact,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
because my soul will know better to do with what those blessings are than I will as a person,
Mhm.
because
That's
my
right.
soul is what directly connects me to God.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what connects me to. It's not me as a person. I ain't nothing. but it's the soul connect that I have with God that will allow me to push forward and appreciate the things that He has allowed and placed in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
I like what Kiana said. Kiana said, "I realize they are just not they are just not my market, but they will see the blessings and then want to jump on."
That's right.
And I definitely, because even though, you know, at the end of the day, we are human. You know what I'm saying? The flesh, sometimes we have challenges on, sometimes with the faith, you know. But one thing I always take what my grandmother said is you can't have doubt and faith at the same time, because it doesn't work. So
Nope.
of course, I'll walk around here, meditate, pray, and do everything it is I need to do, and continue to grind and keep doing me,
Mhm.
because I definitely believe, because I have seen blessings, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not, and then knowing the fact He has shown me, and she has showed up, and He showed out, to
Right.
definitely keep my faith, because even though when I'm in my fucked up moment, I
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
I still believe, because a lot of people I see as growing up, a lot of people will still believe in Him when everything good. Baby, I got to believe in Him when everything's bad. When He's
There
not,
you go.
Yeah.
when He calls on me just to say, I need for me to see that you are truly my child, that I am truly in your heart. You truly believe in me. And I tell
Right.
people, there's times in this house, and my son could attest to that, I fell on my knees, because the thing is, I felt like there was nothing but only Him that could be
Right.
able to do and pick me up and deliver me from out of things and challenges and so much that I've been through. So that's
Yep.
why I continue, even though I know, I say that the support, I will definitely, we all will assume that the support we want will come from our family. We would think those would be
Mhm.
our number one motherfucking ride or die.
Mhm.
However,
Yeah.
I could definitely say it's okay, because I took back at what, um and hope to believe the fact is they just not my market, and I'm not for them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Trust and
And
believe
that's it.
when the blessings do come, and as they are coming, they won't forget me. I'm
Mhm.
always be on their mind. They
Right.
Yeah.
what they will do is they will try their hardest to detach themselves from me. But see, that's the thing, you can't, because
Mhm.
I'm a part of you and you are part of me, so you never could detach.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
I had to discover that. Like, I wrote a book in 2014. I just got it published this year, and
Oh, congratulations.
well,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that. And I a lot of people bought the book. It wasn't a whole bunch, but it was quite a few people. A lot of my friends bought the book, or whatever. And out of all of the people, that bought the book, it was one person that read the book from front to back. You know,
Hmm.
and I was appreciative of this, but the people that I thought would, appreciate it, well, you like you said, the family, the friends, or this, that, and the third. And I just had to say, look, man, niggas don't read, so let's just be real about this shit. But honestly, like for me, I have been pushing and promoting and pushing this book and pushing this book and pushing it and pushing. I'm still pushing it. I even have a second one that's about to come out pretty soon. So I have to look at it like this: stop writing books or stop doing things for other people. If
Right.
I'm not doing it for me, then honestly, I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. When I wrote the book, I had to understand. I wrote this because I liked the story. When I wrote the
Mhm.
other one, I wrote this because this was part of my life. This is what really happened. I
Mhm.
made these shirts because I like them. I like the designs. I love it.
Right.
I like to be swagged out. I'm one of them. I'm one of those bougie niggas. So I like to be swagged out. You know what I mean? And honestly, I've often said, if I'm gonna pay $40, $50 for a shirt, 200 and some dollars for a pair of sneakers, damn it, they better have my name on it.
Yeah.
I know that's
So,
right.
yeah. So I decided to make it. I decided to make it true.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
I have like you said, you have clothes. I have clothing come out. I got some shoes coming out. I got watches and stuff. So that's the thing. It's just like I had to do what I liked for me, and then other people will fall in place when they're supposed to.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that's how
You know?
podcasting I think should be. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
I think it's too many podcasters that are worried about the next podcaster. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
What about your listeners? Your listeners are losing out because you're trying to be like somebody else,
Yeah.
or you're
Yeah,
trying to win over somebody else, or join whoever you feel like the cool kids are, and you're getting
yeah,
lost. Your show is getting lost. Your message is getting lost. You're no longer
yeah,
being true to what made you start in the first place. You know, what was that passion? And
yeah,
I'm seeing it, and I don't like it. And like I said, you know, you have the people that you feel like you want to support so much, but they're not supporting you back. So it's like
yeah,
you got to focus on yourself and your happiness at the end of the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do it for
And
you.
also, just to piggyback off what you just said, in regards of that, I also see people are sitting there and they are choosing to only speak about the popular shit or what's in. It's
Yeah.
I hear so much of us black and brown people. We've been fighting for what, over 400 years. We've been
Mhm.
Yep.
talking probably over more than that.
Mhm.
And it's like they are afraid to go to the uncomfortable conversations.
Mhm.
And when you do go come in and you're speaking about something that's uncomfortable, you'll see so many motherfuckers will flee out the room. Like
Mm.
like the ants just came in, like bees just came in, everybody start running to the left.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
They're getting stung.
when are we going to stop pretending? First of all, let's stop complaining. Because now I feel like it's complaining. Now I feel like we constantly keep saying the same shit. Now,
Mhm.
Yeah,
when are we going to actually now? We're going to speak about it. Now let's find a solution. But at the same time, you got to run. And I also hear people saying, people saying heal, mental health, therapy. Guess what? Those processes are not pretty. Those
Mm-mm.
processes are not easy. Those
no.
processes that shit you got to get uncomfortable to heal.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
have to get uncomfortable, and you got to talk about the uncomfortable to order to heal.
Yep.
So
Yep.
to
yeah,
dodging it makes me sick to my stomach because I seen that one night I went on live and I was like, wow, okay. So let's
Yeah.
know it's only such a handful amount of fruit motherfuckers that I'm a rock with that I see that's gonna go there because one thing I've been doing podcasts before that this whole commute podcast world even knew who I was.
Mhm.
yeah.
Go back to my register. Check my shit back. Because I
Hmm.
choose to make it me being known and me being coming connecting with others because that's something that when I fast, I pray, and I meditate, God sat there and aligned me to do. So
Right.
Yeah,
and yes, it's assisting it and elevating me a little bit more. However, at the same time, I ain't come here to fake. I ain't come here to pretend. I ain't come here to play.
Yes.
And I'm damn sure not going to change my topics, my talk, my phrase, me speaking on how I speak, and me speaking on the uncomfortable shit that I speak on. I'm not going
yeah,
to
Mhm.
change that for nobody.
Yep.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Let me tell you how I in the past couple of weeks I had two different conversations that when I tell you they treated that whole goddamn conversation like the Black Plague. My first question was black men or black women, do you think black men are failing you and why?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm.
want to talk about some uncomfortable, and then I asked the Ben,
Mm-hmm.
and I got one guest on each show.
Wow.
Many people say, "Oh, that's a great subject. That's this, that's that. Oh, that's wonderful. All right,
Tell
well,
me
come on into the
about
room." Oh, I don't know if I can come in. I'm not comfortable on camera. I'm not. I said, "Motherfucker, I just watched you take pictures. If you ain't uncomfortable on camera, then why are you taking pictures?"
it.
Well,
I'm with you.
I don't know how I speak. I don't know how I sound. How am I gonna sound when I'm on a podcast? They on cell phones, nigga. You sound the same way you sound on a
The
goddamn
same
cell
way
phone.
you
What you
sound
talking
when you
about?
talk on the phone.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
what are you talking about? So
Mhm.
it's all of the bullshit. The thing is, just say to me, I'm a punk ass and I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
okay. I'm
Mm.
cool with it because I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit up and I'll tell you why I think we failing each other. I don't give a shit. And I feel like this. If you get mad at anything that I have to say, guess what? There's another goddamn channel you can turn to.
And
There's a
that's
Yes.
whole nother
Yeah.
podcast you can look at.
I say that
Okay.
shit all the time. It's because the
Yes.
fact is you'll get people will pop in your DMs and saying, well, oh, I felt like you shouldn't have said that, or I felt this. Listen, it's a whole bunch of us on this motherfucking social media that's doing
Yeah,
podcasts, and some that's not on the social media that's doing podcasts. You can
yeah,
always change the channel, because I tell you from the beginning, this is not your grandma and your mama's podcast, but if they can handle it, they can tune in too. And I always tell you that this is explicit advisory, so be warned.
yes, yes.
Exactly. I don't understand why
And
people are so uncomfortable with other people having a different opinion from them.
yeah,
Like, I
because
like that. I don't.
yeah,
We don't have to always agree on the same thing. Let me hear your perspective, and if I rock with it, I rock with it. If I don't, I
yeah.
can still be respectful.
But that don't mean we got to be enemies because I don't agree with your point.
No,
Exactly.
Your point is your
exactly.
point for a reason, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you having your point. I want you to have your point, because if I can't listen to your point, then my point is irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And when
It's just that
exactly.
simple.
back to the dynamic of having healthy conversations, healthy, the fact we to agree to disagree. Because I think people say that a lot, but they don't really believe it,
They
because
No.
don't.
it's like you saying it to make yourself sound good, but then your actions say something else. And
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
a good thing of having a healthy conversation, healthy unagreement, healthy different opinions. And it's
Yeah.
okay, because guess what? We learning from each other. You know how
There
many
you
Yeah.
go.
you know how much shit that I got on Tori Live, learned from her with the other girls. Kendra Live learned a whole lot of shit from her. Grown Man Live. So many other people I fucking could continue going on and on and shout out, that which I do to support, and I fucking appreciate them supporting me and
Yeah.
recognize real, because real recognize real all day.
That's right. That's
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah. As a matter
That's
of fact, it
right.
was a
And
young
I
lady
appreciate
on.
that, Boss.
Yeah. It was a young lady on Instagram. Young. She had to be no more than 24, 25 years old. And I don't give a damn how old you are. I can learn something from you.
Yeah.
So she got on her platform and said that the most dangerous things to women out here are men. Men are the most dangerous things. And I got offended because I'm like, no, wait a minute. It's certain men. It's not all men. But then I had to think about that. I had to get out of my damn feelings and think
Mm-hmm.
about the fact that we don't protect women from other women.
Mm.
We have never protected
Mm.
a woman from another goddamn woman. So everything she said was a fact. The most dangerous thing out here to a woman is a man.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you get offended, then that means you fit it. And I had to get my
Well,
mind out of that because I'm like, no, I'm not dangerous. But then I had to think about it. Physically, yes, I'm extremely dangerous to a woman. But mentally, I'm not in that place. I
mm-hmm.
know for a fact that I'm never going to beat on, kick, punch, stab, or anything like that to a woman. I know that. I
Yeah.
know that about me. But that doesn't mean that every man thinks the way that I think.
Right.
So yeah, men are extremely dangerous. That's one of the. Every time a woman goes on a date with a man,
Woo.
she's taking her life. She's risking her life.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have no idea who this man is.
It's a gamble.
So you're, yeah. So to me, it's just like when she said it, I had to think about, you know what? And she made another statement. She said, "Men just do better." And when she said it, it hit me in the heart, and I said, you know what? Yes, absolutely, absolutely, because I feel like if you took it, like when I initially took offense to that, and it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. It hit me in a place that was primal. I was like, I don't know about all that bullshit. You about some bullshit. But then I had to think, like, no, it's true. Because every time a lot of times when men have multiple killings, they've multiple killed women. Somebody that looked like their mama. Somebody looked like that girl that turned them down in high school. Some shit like that. So my thing about it is they when you think about that fact, you have to be, like you said, be understand that it's okay to have that uncomfortable conversation. It's
Exactly.
Yeah.
okay to learn from that uncomfortable conversation because it may get you to a point to where you have a deeper understanding of what that person means and what they say. Because just because I'm not a danger to you, don't mean somebody else ain't.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Like, 'cause I had to look at my sister for a second. Like, how would I take the same attitude if it was my sister with some strange guy? No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
automatically thinking stranger danger.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. So then I had to really.
That's
So yeah.
so
So like you
true.
said, people don't want to have those conversations though.
Yeah.
They
Mm.
really don't. They don't want to have those types. They don't want to get into that type of stuff because it makes them uncomfortable. It
Comfortable.
doesn't
Right.
make them feel good. My thing
Exactly.
is,
And that's crazy because, and it's so crazy how you say that the ladies say men do, but I have a topic that's coming on with Mo, Dell, one of my sisters in business, Shania, her husband, and we are talking about men take your place. Like, where the fuck are y'all? Like, what's going on? What's happening? And also the fact of just also to the fact it's like you gotta realize that we all gotta just do better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just like even Uncle P say, they want to end up doing things for them to be liked. I don't give a fuck about being liked. Honestly,
No.
I really
Exactly.
don't. And I can tell you right now, my family members could tell you right now, which some of them was on here. I always been blunt, straightforward, raw, no chaser, straight to the cut core. I gave it to them 39 years of my life, and I'm gonna give it to the public the same way. They're the ones that basically said they say I should be doing this and sharing that somebody like me should be in everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I
You're
was
right.
like, I was like, nah, I don't think everybody can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want the responsibility of people feeling like, oh, damn, who she thinks she is, where's she coming from? And then I had to realize, and I said, you know what, everybody needed a person like me, because I realized when I went places, appointments and stuff, I'm getting flocks to me like, oh, they talking to me and I'm giving them advice. So I'm like, you know what, let me work on me first, so I could, when I do get ready to share this and myself with the public, I'm standing in my power, that nothing or no one, anything could be
That's
able
right.
and block me, knock me, or hold me back, or make me feel no type of way, because the stories that I'm sharing is my experiences, or either experiences of people that's close to me. So if I tell my story, ain't nobody could be able to tell it for me. They can't edit it, they can't modify it, and they can't make me ashamed of it, because baby, I already told that. Try again. And I also say this. I was built for this shit. Because if you knew my family, you knew I was built from childhood. I was being molded for this shit. So, and I'm saying that on a straight core. I know my grandfather right now in heaven, like, she sure motherfucking was.
Yep. Your feet is buried deep in the sand, okay? You are embedded in this.
Facts. And the thing is, this is not a hobby for me. This is a passion, because I was doing this before me deciding to come and share this to the general, the mass market. I was giving it to people that was closer to me, that they felt like that I should be giving it to other people who need a me in their life. So in regards to that, I wasn't ready to give it to y'all. So thank them. So like, I was doing this already. So is you just gotta, like, this is not a passion. This is not something, I mean, this is not a hobby. This is a passion. And before I even came into season 3, I fast, I prayed, and I meditated. So every topic that I'm talking about and I go live with is because those topics came to my spirit and came into me. And everybody that's on the show with me is because he decided to guide me to them to say they need to be on this topic with you. They need to be on this show with you. This person is aligned with you for this topic. Because one thing I don't do is I learned not to move if he's not ready for me to move yet.
All right now. All right now.
I'm not gonna make up something or come on here and talk about shit that I don't even know about. Or if I haven't lived myself, and if I haven't lived, I'm going to those who have lived, and I want to say, yo, I'm going on the show talking about this. I need for you to hit me up with what it is that you went through, how you feel. Give me the research, give me the message, give me what it is. Because one thing I don't want to come here is blatantly speaking about shit that I don't know what the hell I'm speaking on. And I tell people, don't take what I'm saying. I'm only giving you my opinion and my experience. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm damn sure ain't a doctor.
Listen, after that, ain't nothing else to say. All right, everybody, good night.
Yes.
All right.
Tina laid it down. It is what it is.
It's been amazing, and seriously, and I hope this helped everybody and let people know just to walk in your own walk and your own light and your own path, and fuck what anybody else had to say or feel, and do what's true to you. And don't do because it looks pretty. Don't do because you want people to like. And just like my sister said, probably can't find it. You know, it's not about the likes and the followers. It's about the motherfucking me helping my community.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
basically doing. I'm just trying to get women
That's it.
that looks like me to have the strong mental, physical, emotional spirits that I know today at about to be 40 that I feel proud standing in. And I
That's
want all
right.
my sisters and brothers to have that mental mentality, strength, and power. And because listen, I lost a sister to suicide.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I lost a cousin from the streets. So we could
Yeah.
talk. I mean, I ain't even have yet shared none of my story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, and I got a twin who the fact is my son. They call my twin that he could come share his story, but he's not ready yet. So I'm not gonna push him.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, but I tell people just to walk in your own life. I just want people like me and women like me to be able to get to the place where I'm at and to stand in their power and to be proud. That's
That's right.
Absolutely.
so I do appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Listen, deciding to want to talk about the uncomfortable truths.
Yes.
And listen, tune in tomorrow because tomorrow I am back with
Okay.
Okay.
yes, I am back tomorrow with it's Mama's Cocktail Hour. Yes, me and the girls
Ooh.
going in tomorrow. So the topic for that show is going to be the signs featuring red flags. Yes.
I'm for it. I'll be there.
All
That's
right.
gonna be
Okay. I'm gonna pop on.
at 6:30 p.m. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you go follow every last one of us on the screen. Support us. If you authentically, unconditionally, it doesn't cost anything. And trust and believe you got something, we will definitely support you back. You guys have a
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Friday night, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you.
Have a good one, man.